Welcome, weary traveller of the Pokémon world. Dim the lights, settle into your softest blankets, and let the gentle chill of the night embrace you. This is no ordinary journey through the realms of Kanto, Johto, or beyond. Tonight, for the next 3 full hours, we drift into the ethereal shadows of the ghost-type Pokémon, the spectral souls that linger between life and the great unknown. These are not the monsters of nightmares, but quiet guardians, lost wanderers, and ancient echoes, their stories woven from mist and memory, perfect for easing your mind into the deepest, most restorative sleep. Picture it. The moon hangs low over Lavender Tower, its cracked stones whispering secrets of the departed. A faint glow flickers in the windows, not fire, but the soft luminescence of spirits unbound. Ghost types in Pokémon lore are the remnants of the deceased, souls that refused the call of the afterlife, manifesting as wispy forms, playful phantoms, and towering apparitions. They don't seek to harm, they yearn for connection, for remembrance, drifting through our world like autumn leaves on an endless wind. Close your eyes now, and let their tales wash over you, each Pokédex entry a lullaby from the grave. Our story begins in the misty origins of these spectral beings. Long before the Pokédex catalogued them, ghost types emerged from the shadows of human sorrow and Pokémon tragedy. In the anime's early days, during Pokémon the series Diamond and Pearl from 2006 to 2010, we first encountered their eerie charm. Remember Ghoul Days, a ghostly girl, pale and forlorn, kidnapped Ash and friends, not out of malice, but a lonely pull toward companionship. Only the protective embrace of a Dusk Noir could counter her spectral grasp, guiding her back to peace. These weren't villains, they were echoes craving light. Fast forward to the XY series, 2013 to 2016, where the Lavender Tower's Marowak spirit haunted the halls. Through the Sylph-scope's revealing lens, we saw her true form, the motherly ghost identified at last. Reunited with her Cubona, she faded into serenity, her unrest resolved. These moments remind us, ghost types are tied to loss, to unfinished bonds. Their behaviours a dance of longing rather than terror. Now breathe deeply as we float into the skies with Drifloon and Drifblim. These balloon-like wanderers, with the highest base stat total among flying and ghost types, drift aimlessly across the heavens. Their Pokédex whispers, if for some reason your Drifloon doesn't come back after it's let you go, there's nothing you can do. They lure the curious onto ethereal journeys, carrying passengers to distant places, or sometimes carrying them away forever. But in their gentle bobbing, there's a hypnotic rhythm, like watching clouds at dusk inviting you to release your worries and soar into slumber. Deeper into the shadows we go, where Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusk Noir stand as eternal sentinels. Duskull, the small skull with a single glowing eye, wanders graveyards, scaring the living to protect the dead. Duskull are known to capture children who venture too close to the graveyard, but it's a guardian's ruse steering them away from peril. Evolving into Dusclops, it manipulates shadows, its single eye piercing the veil. And Dusk Noir? A colossal reaper with hammers for arms, it guards lost souls, escorting them to the afterlife. In the anime, it shielded trainers from ghostly perils, its presence a comforting shroud in the night. Feel the weight of eternity now with Giratina, the only legendary ghost type, ruler of the distortion world. Banished by Arceus for its destructive fury, it controls space-time itself, twisting reality in its warped realm. Neither good nor evil, Giratina embodies chaos tamed by isolation. A dragon of platinum scales and crimson eyes forever watching from the reverse side of the world. Its lore invites contemplation. What lies beyond our dimension? Let that mystery pull you deeper into relaxation. Turn your thoughts to the ancient tombs, where Yamask drifts, clutching a mask etched with a human face frozen in eternal sorrow. These spirits carry the visages of their former lives, weeping gold tears of memory. The cry of a Yamask, which has forgotten its life as a human, sounds like sobbing. Evolving into Cophaegregus, it seals souls within its golden sarcophagus-like body, protecting graves from desecrators. Not thieves of life, but keepers of legacy. Their presence a solemn vigil that soothes the soul seeking rest. Nearby, Litwick flickers like a candle in the gloom, its blue flame drawing in the lost. It absorbs life force to fuel its wick, guiding wanderers deeper into caverns, or so the tales say. But listen closely. Litwick's flame seems small. However, within it hides an enormous amount of life energy. Evolve it to lampont and chandelier, and it becomes a chandelier of captured spirits, illuminating haunted halls with hypnotic light. Imagine its glow beside your bed, warming the chill of insomnia away. Shiver softly with Burnett, the marionette possessed by a spirit of vengeance. Discarded as a toy, it returns animated by grudge, stitching itself with rage. A Pokémon that was once abandoned and left to wither, it now seeks revenge. Mega Burnett intensifies this fury, eyes blazing with spectral power. Yet in its lore, there's redemption, a ghost that finds purpose, much like the burdens we release in sleep. Wander into fog-shrouded forests with Phantump, the stumps infused with children's spirits. Lost forever in the woods, they call out as friends, their cries mimicking playful voices. These Pokémon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died in the woods. They make ghostly sounds. Their kin, Trevenant, guard ancient trees, roots, entwining graves. Let their rustling leaves be your white noise, a forest lullaby. High in icy peaks, Froslas glides, a woman's soul possessing a jagged icicle, the soul of a woman lost on a snowy mountain. It charms those who wander too close with its graceful dance, then freezes them. Beautiful and tragic, she lures prey with elegance, her frost-kissed form a winter dream. Breathe in the cold air of her story, letting it numb the day's tensions. And lurking at the edges, Gengar, the shadow that kills for company. Possibly once human, it slips through walls, grinning with malice born of isolation. Hiding in shadows, it absorbs the heat from those who get close. Its touch causes a feverish chill. With Mega Gengar, it becomes a gaseous fiend. But always, it's the companion denied, seeking warmth in the dark. These behaviours tie into their very essence. From Generation 6 in Pokémon X and Y, ghost types evade trapping moves like Mean Look and Shadow Tag. They slip away like smoke. In wild battles, they auto-flee, unbound by capture. Trick or Treat drapes foes in ghostly typing, a spectral gift. Curse drains the user's life to haunt enemies eternally. Some endure indefinitely, immune to time's decay, though others fade as in the Sun and Moon series, where spirits find release. Echoes resound in manga too. In Magical Pokémon Journey, Sandy's spirit separates from her Raichu in a tidal wave, reuniting only after death's gentle tide. Pokémon Generations shows the old chateau's ghosts, a butler and girl crafting illusions to terrorize, their unrest a poignant cry for visitors. You've glimpsed the veil, felt the chill of their world. But this is merely the mist before the storm. Over the next 3 hours, we'll unravel every thread, from the lowliest Shuppet's grudge-bearing balloons to Spiritom's forbidden Tower of Souls, Rotom's electric hauntings, and Aegislash's blade-wielding oaths. We'll explore origins in myths of Hisui, behaviours in haunted roots, evolutions that bind fates, and Pokédex verses recited like bedtime poetry. No battles, no trainers, just pure unhurried lore, layered with the soft hum of spectral winds. Let go now. Your eyelids grow heavy, your breath slows. The ghost types await, not to frighten, but to cradle your dreams. Drift with Drifloon, guard with Dusk Noir, remember with Yamask. 3 hours of relaxing ghost-type lore begins. Sleep well, Pokémon dreamer. And so we begin our eternal vigil. In the shadowed spires of Lavender Tower, the first true whisper of a ghost type echoed through the Pokémon world, revealing a restless spirit that refused to fade. You see, these ethereal beings aren't born from eggs or hatched in the wild like their living counterparts. They emerge as souls unbound from the afterlife, lingering in the mortal realm with an otherworldly presence that chills the air and stirs the unseen. What keeps them here, you might wonder? Unfinished business, vengeful echoes, or simply a defiance of death itself? These spectral wanderers haunt the edges of our reality, slipping through walls, defying gravity, and whispering secrets only the night can hear. Picture yourself climbing those creaking stairs in Lavender Tower, the air growing thicker with each step, heavy with the scent of forgotten incense. That's where it began, the inaugural sighting that unveiled the truth. Trainers had long dismissed the apparitions as tricks of the light or overactive imaginations, but then came the Sylph Scope, a device forged in the labs of Sylph Co., its lens piercing the veil between worlds. Through its glow, the ghostly figure sharpened into focus. A Marowak, its bone club raised in eternal vigilance, eyes burning with unresolved fury. This wasn't some wild Pokémon gone feral. It was the mother of Cubone, slain by poachers, her spirit anchored to the tower by grief and rage. With the scope in hand, you could finally see her for what she was, a soul adrift, haunting the halls where her child once wept. And when that reunion finally came, her form dissolved into mist, leaving only silence in her wake. Doesn't that make you pause? How many other shadows hide such stories? The Pokédex, that ancient compendium of Pokémon knowledge, offers cryptic hints about their timeless nature. Ghost types, it suggests, possess an immunity to the ravages of time, lingering indefinitely in their spectral forms. They don't age, don't wither, don't bow to the clock's relentless march. Dryfloon, for instance, that deceptively cheerful balloon drifting on graveyard winds, embodies this eternal drift. According to entries from Sinnoh, it wanders the skies seeking playmates, but its strings lure the unwary into ethereal journeys from which few return. Imagine grasping one, only to feel its hollow gaze pull you upward, higher and higher, until the world below blurs into nothingness, and its evolution, Driftblim, swells to ghostly proportions, boasting the highest base stat total among all flying and ghost hybrids. A colossal spectre capable of carrying away entire crowds. You can almost hear the faint, mournful whoosh of its passage on a quiet night. Then there are the guardians of the lost, like Duskull, the floating skull shrouded in darkness. Its Pokédex notes reveal a protector of wandering souls, using its single red eye to track those adrift between life and death. Evolving into Dusclops, it manipulates shadows into impenetrable barriers, and finally Dusknoir, the Grim Reaper's herald, with tubes pumping otherworldly energy. In the anime's Diamond and Pearl era, a Dusknoir appeared in an episode called Ghoul Days, kidnapping victims into a ghostly realm, only to be thwarted by a protective bond that mirrored its own duty. These beings don't just haunt, they curate the boundary, deciding who crosses over and who remains. Feel that subtle shift in the room's temperature, yet it's as if they're listening. Deeper into the lore, Giratina stands alone as the sole legendary ghost type, ruler of the distortion world, a fractured mirror realm where space and time twist like smoke. Banished by Arceus for its destructive fury, it broods in perpetual exile, its ghostly wings folding realities upon themselves. You wouldn't want to encounter it unprepared. Its presence warps gravity, inverts gravity, pulls you into voids where up is down and yesterday never happened. The Pokédex warns of its platinum armor gleaming in the gloom, a reminder that even legends can be outcasts, forever haunting the fringes. But perhaps the most poignant are those tied to human echoes. Yamask, The weepy spirit, clutching a mask carved from its former face, drifts through ruins, tears tracing paths of lost humanity. Each sob recalls a life cut short, and when it evolves into Kofa Grigus, that golden sarcophagus seals souls within its tomb-like body, safeguarding graves while draining the life from desecrators. Litwick, the candle Pokémon, flickers innocently at first, its blue flame drawing in the weary for a moment's warmth. Yet it absorbs their life force to grow brighter, evolving into lampant and chandelure, funeral lamps that hypnotize with spectral fire. In the XY series, echoes of Lavender Tower's Marowak revisited these flames, spirits dancing in the wick before vanishing. Burnett takes vengeance to a personal level, possessing discarded dolls stuffed with grudge and malice. Abandoned toys come alive, needle-stitching nightmares, seeking the children who cast them aside. Mega Burnett amplifies this curse, its zipper mouth unleashing shadows that swallow light. Phantoomp, those twisted stumps in foggy forests, house the spirits of lost children, rustling leaves as they call for friends who never come. Trevenant, their towering kin, roots graveyards in place, punishing loggers who fell their sacred groves. And Frozeless, born from a woman's soul frozen into an icicle, lures travellers with her beauty, encasing them in eternal frost. Gengar, that mischievous shadow, might even hail from human origins, forever killing warmth to stave off its own loneliness, grinning from the darkness. These traits bleed into their very essence. From Generation 6 onward, ghost types evade traps like Mean Look or Shadow Tag, slipping free as mist. In wild battles, they auto-flee, unwilling to be bound. Trick or Treat forces the ghost typing on foes, a spectral possession. Curse drains the user's life to afflict others, mirroring their sacrificial haunts. Some endure forever, untouched by time's decay, while others meet ends in tales like the Sun and Moon anime, where spirits finally find peace. Manga deepens the chill. In Magical Pokémon Journey, Sandy's spirit separates from her Raichu after a tidal wave, reuniting only post-death in a ghostly embrace. Pokémon Generations revisited the old chateau, where a butler's and young girl's ghosts wove illusions to terrorize intruders, their tragedy looping eternally. You feel it now, don't you? That gentle pull toward the unknown, the way these whispers invite you deeper. Ghost types aren't monsters to fear blindly. They're remnants of stories unfinished, souls painting the Pokémon world in hues of mist and memory. Their presence reminds us that death isn't an end, but a thin veil fluttering in the breeze. As these shadows lengthen, prepare yourself for Chapter 2, The Haunting Beginnings, where we'll uncover the primordial origins of these spectres, the ancient curses that first birthed them into existence. What dark rituals or forgotten cataclysms started it all? Stay with me and let the whispers guide you there. But wait, there's more to savour in these initial murmurs. Consider how Lavender Tower's revelation rippled outward. Trainers equipped with Sylph scopes scoured roots and ruins, unveiling hidden hoards. In Pokémon Tower's depths, Ghastly giggled from corners. Haunter licked with paralysing tongues. Gengar lurked in mirrors. Each encounter peeled back layers, showing not aggression but longing. Marowak's spirit wasn't unique, it was the herald. Delve into Drifloon's skies again. Sinnoh's wind-swept moors report vanishings every Mistralton equinox, children tying strings only to drift away laughing, reappearing days later, dazed, with tales of cloud castles. Drifblim's underbelly, a void of purple haze, accommodates dozens. Its Pokédex stat prowess, 150 special attack, 130 speed, making pursuit futile. Duskull's lineage guards crossroads worldwide. In Hoenn's Mutpire, Dusclops patrol, eyes glowing against grave robbers. Dusknoir's anime feats, reversing kidnappings, hint at redeemable hearts beneath the Reaper guise. Diratina's banishment, Arceus deemed it too volatile post-creation, hurling it through a rift. Turnback Cave pulses with its energy. pillars reversing time, ghosts multiplying in loops. Yamask's masks, etched with real human anguish, shatter if consoled too abruptly. Kofagrigus tombs, Unova relics, House Pharaoh souls, gold-plating illusions of wealth to trap thieves. Litwick's flames measure life essence, brighter for the vibrant, dim for the fading. Chandelier's crystal chandelier hypnotizes with phantom dances, feasting unseen. Banet's stitches mend grudges. Megaform's curse spreads like plague, dolls animating in nurseries. Phantom's cries mimic laughter, leading wanderers astray. Trevenant's bark imprisons axes mid-swing. Froseless exhales blizzards from jealousy, statues of frozen lovers marking her domain. Gengar's shadow merges with darkness, draining heat until you're as cold as it. Mechanics reinforce, rapid spin ejects ghosts from traps. Hex doubles damage on statist foes, punishing the afflicted. Anime's Ghost Girl, in Ghoul Days, snatched beachgoers. XY's Sylph Scope moment echoed games perfectly. Manga's Tidal Spirit reunion tugs heartstrings. Old Chateau's illusions hid a father's love turned tragic. These threads weave a tapestry of eternal unrest, inviting you to linger. Yet the true Genesis beckons. You've journeyed far already, but the core whispers demand more. Lavender's Marowak patrolled mechanically, Bone Club whirling until Cubone's cry broke the cycle. Sylph Scope's beam, a technological exorcism, forced visibility. Pokédex immortality, no generational decay. Litwick lamps, Burneons. Driftblim festivals in Unova, balloons released, some never descending. Dusk Noir factories in underworlds, assembling soul lanterns. Giratina's world warps cries into echoes. Lost voices eternal. Yamask theatre troops, masks performing lost lives. Kofagrigus heists, fool's pride from gold embraces. Litwick choirs in towers, harmonies siphoning crowds. Banette puppet shows, strings pulling revenge. Phantump tag games, stumps shifting positions. Froslas galas, Ice Queens dancing solos. Jengar hide-and-seek, shadows claiming losers. All mechanics, destiny bond links faters, grudge lingers post-defeat. Sun-moon ghosts faded in farewells, bonds transcending. Generations chateau climax, ghosts at peace, illusions lifting. Feel the immersion deepen, these are your companions in the night. Now as foundations solidify, Chapter 2. The haunting beginnings awaits, promising revelations on spectral births that will redefine everything you've heard. What primordial force ignited the first haunt? Don't drift away yet. From the misty heights of Lavender Tower, where Marowak's spirit finally found peace, our journey into the shadows takes us back to the very roots of these ethereal beings. In the original games of Generation 1, the ghastly lines slithered into existence, marking the debut of ghosts that would forever chill the spines of trainers across Kanto. Ghastly itself, that gaseous orb with eyes like glowing coals and a perpetual grin, emerges not from the grave, but from the toxic fumes of polluted swamps and industrial wastelands. You can almost feel it, can't you? Those swirling vapours, thick with the resentment of forgotten grudges, coalescing into a form that hungers for mischief. Picture the Pokédex whispering its secrets. Ghastly hides in shadows, slipping through cracks to envelop unsuspecting prey in paralysing fear. It's born from gases polluted by human waste, they say, infused with the grudges of those who suffered in life. What kind of malice lingers in the air after a factory poisons a river or a city chokes on its own smog? Ghastly embodies that very essence, a spectral reminder that negativity doesn't dissipate, it haunts. Trainers who first encountered it in Pokémon Tower or the Pokémon Mansion on Cinnabar Island learned quickly. This isn't just a Pokémon. It's pollution given form, a grudge made mobile. As Ghastly evolves into Haunter, the menace grows. That floating hand with jagged teeth and a tongue like a whip becomes a stalker of the night. drawn to the life force of the living. Haunter lurks in graveyards, wrapping its gaseous body around victims to drain their warmth, leaving them shivering and weakened. The Pokédex notes how it licks with a tongue that never warms, inflicting endless chills. You have to wonder, what drives such a creature? Is it mere instinct, or echoes of pain from those polluted origins? In battles, Haunter's lick attack sends shivers down your spine, a preview of the hypnosis and dream-eating that define its kind. But nothing prepares you for Gengar, the final evolution, Shadow Pokémon Supreme. Towering over its pre-evolutions with that sinister purple hue and devilish horns, Gengar doesn't just haunt, it possesses. It slips into your shadow, mirroring your every move until the moment it strikes, cursing you with eternal loneliness. Here's where the lore turns truly unsettling. Whispers in the Pokémon world suggest Gengar was once human. Yes, you heard that right. A spirit so vengeful, so isolated in death, that it manifests as this grinning fiend, forever seeking companions by dragging others into the darkness. Think about it. The Pokédex entry from later generations hints at it directly. Should you feel yourself attacked by a sudden chill during the night, it may be Gengar's doing. It enjoys hiding in shadows, drawn to the warmth of the living, but its true terror lies in that compulsion to share its solitude. Gengar shadows victims, cursing them to wander forever alone, mirroring its own cursed existence. Is this a former human, twisted by grudges from a polluted life, cut short? Fans have debated it for decades, piecing together clues from old mantras in the games. In Pokémon Red and Blue, an old woman in a house speaks cryptically of ghosts born from human malice, and Gengar fits that bill perfectly. You step into a dark room, and suddenly your shadow detaches, grinning back at you. How do you fight something that knows your every fear, because it once felt them too? This haunting legacy extends beyond the games into the anime, where the ghastly line's loneliness plays out in heart-wrenching tales. Take the episode Ghoul Days from the Diamond and Pearl series. A ghostly girl desperate for companionship after years of isolation begins kidnapping trainers and Pokémon alike, pulling them into her spectral realm. She's not evil, you see, just profoundly alone, much like Gengar shadowing its prey. Her plan unravels when a noble Dusknoir steps in, its single eye gleaming with protective resolve. Dusknoir, that hooded reaper with arms like chains, thwarts the kidnapping, guiding the lost souls back to safety, while reminding us that even ghosts crave connection. The episode fades with the ghost girl finding peace, but not before you feel that pang of empathy for these wandering spirits. Dusknoir's role here ties back to the ghastly origins in fascinating ways. While ghastly arises from earthly pollution, Dusknoir guards the boundary between worlds, its body a portal to fairy souls. Yet in Ghoul Days, it becomes the hero, its shadow manipulating powers countering the ghost girl's grasp. You can sense the chill as Dusknoir's cry echoes, a low, ominous hum that scatters lesser phantoms. This episode aired in 2008, captivating audiences with its blend of scares and sympathy, proving ghost types aren't mindless horrors, they're echoes of unresolved pain. Delving deeper into those Generation-E beginnings, consider how the ghastly line shaped ghost-type mechanics from the start. In the original games, their immunity to normal and fighting moves made them untouchable wraiths, slipping past fists and bullets like smoke. Hypnosis lulled foes to sleep. Dream Eater siphoned life from nightmares, perfect for creatures born of grudges. You battled them in the dark towers of Kanto, flashlight in hand, heart pounding as ghastly phased through walls. Evolving Haunter required a trade, mirroring how grudges pass from one host to another, binding souls in eternal partnership. But why pollution? The lore draws from real-world fears of the 1990s, when environmental disasters filled headlines. Ghastly's origins reflect that anxiety, gases from human folly birthing monsters. In Pokémon Stadium, animations showed Ghastly expanding like a toxic cloud, engulfing trainers in purple mist. You felt vulnerable, exposed, as if the very air conspired against you. And Gengar. Its mega evolution in later games amplifies this, sprouting extra eyes and spikes, a berserk form driven by intensified loneliness. The Pokédex evolves too. Mega Gengar steals the warmth from anyone it battles, leaving them shivering in fear. It's not just power, it's pathos. Fan theories abound, don't they? Some say every Gengar hides a human face in its gaseous depths, visible only under full moonlight. Others link it to Lavender Tower's ghosts, suggesting Ghastly feeds on the grudges there, growing stronger amid Marowak's unrest. In the manga Pokémon adventures, Gengar-like shadows possess gym leaders, forcing battles from within. You read those panels late at night, wondering if your own shadow stirs. The anime reinforces this with episodes like the one where Ash encounters a haunter in the ghost ship off the Orange Islands. That mischievous spirit plays pranks, but beneath the laughs lies a yearning for friendship, evolving the trope of lonely ghosts. Team Rocket's encounters amplify the horror. Jessie once swapped souls with a Ghastly, trapped in its gaseous form, screaming as her body floated away. You laugh now, but imagine the terror. Your essence diluted into poison air, grudge-bound forever. Expanding on Gengar's possible human roots, later Pokédex entries from Heart Gold and Soul Silver describe it slipping under doors to curse sleepers with nightmares. It is said to be the spirit of a person who died holding a grudge. There it is, plain as day. This revelation hit fans like a shadow ball, transforming Gengar from prankster to tragedy. You train one, name it, battle with it, all while knowing it might whisper of its former life in quiet moments. Does it miss the sun, or does it relish the eternal night, pulling you into its world to ease the ache? In Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, you play as a human-turned Pokémon, and Gengar guilds haunt your dreams, their backstories dripping with betrayal and isolation. The games weave this lore subtly, rewarding explorers who dig deep. You find items like the Grudge Crystal, pulsing with ghastly energy, hinting at origins in cursed factories. The anime's Ghoul Days stands out for humanizing it all. The Ghost Girl, with her pale dress and sorrowful eyes, mirrors Yamaska's mask-wearing later. But here, it's pure emotion. She lures victims with illusions of lost loved ones, her voice a whisper on the wind. Dusk Noir arrives like Judgment Day, its tube-like arms extending to shield Dawn and Piplup. The clash is electric. Ghost versus Guardian, loneliness versus duty. Victory comes not through destruction, but understanding. The girl fading with a smile. You close your eyes replaying that scene, feeling the weight of spectral solitude. These beginnings set the stage for every ghost type that followed. Ghastly's polluted birth, Haunter's predatory licks, Gengar's shadowed curses, they're the foundation. You sense it in every foggy route, every midnight encounter. But hold on, because drifting from these gaseous grudges, something even more insidious floats into view, the balloons of the damned. What innocent-looking drifters hide a hunger for eternal passengers? Stay with me as we ascend into that chilling sky. Drifloon floats silently across twilight skies, a purple balloon bobbing gently as if inviting you to tie a string and join its playful drift. But here's the chilling truth you need to grasp right now. This ghost-type Pokémon isn't drifting aimlessly. It's hunting for friends. And once it finds them, those journeys end in places no one returns from. You've felt the shadow of Gengar's endless loneliness clinging to the living, that urge to drag others into its void. Now picture those same desperate yearnings taking to the air, carried by winds that whisper promises of adventure to the unwary. In the Pokémon world, Drifloon emerges from the hollows of abandoned buildings or rises from misty beaches at dusk, its single eye peering out from a sack-like body that sways like a lost party favour. Pokédex entries paint it as a creature born from polluted gases twisting into spectral forms, much like the ghastly line we just left behind. But Drifloon craves connection in a way that's almost heartbreaking. It longs for playmates, especially children, who see its cheerful bounce and reach out without a second thought. Trainers warn that on days when winds blow from the sea, Drifloon appears in droves, tugging at skirts and sleeves, offering rides that seem too good to refuse. You can almost hear its soft cooing, like a balloon deflating in the breeze, calling you higher, farther from solid ground. What happens next is where the dread sets in. Once a child clings to Drifloon, it rises swiftly, carrying them away on what feels like the start of a grand escapade. The flight is serene at first, clouds parting like cotton candy, the world shrinking below into a patchwork of lights. But Drifloon doesn't circle back. It drifts toward horizons unseen, into realms where the living don't belong. Reports from Sinnoh trainers describe empty playgrounds the morning after, strings dangling from branches, balloons vanished with their passengers. Is it malice or just a ghost's innocent misunderstanding of friendship? You decide as you let these words lull you deeper into the night. Evolution transforms this deceptively simple spectre into Drifblim, a colossal hot air balloon of doom. Its body swollen to over 4 feet wide, arms dangling like limp tentacles. This is no mere drifter. Drifblim commands the skies with unmatched prowess among flying and ghost types. Its base stat total hits 498, the highest for any Pokémon, blending those dual typings, granting it raw power that lets it haul away far more than a single child. Imagine it billowing in storm clouds, strong enough to lift entire carts or groups of the lost, ferrying souls to whatever unknown realms await beyond the veil. Pokédex lore from Diamond and Pearl calls it a carrier of the departed, snatching people and Pokémon alike when gales howl fiercest. In Platinum, it gets even darker. Drifblim targets the elderly and infirm first, as if sensing those closest to joining its eternal voyage. You've battled Drifblim in the wild, haven't you? That eerie whistle as it summons winds to evade capture, slipping through mean look or shadow tag like mist. From Generation 6 onward, ghost types like it shrug off those trapping moves, fleeing battles at will, mirroring their law of vanishing into the ether. Drifblim doesn't fight to win. It fights to escape with its prizes, using moves like Phantom Force to phase away, or Stockpile to bloat itself larger before unleashing a devastating spit-up. Tie that to the stories. A Drifblim spotted over Unova's Driftvale city, its shadow eclipsing the Ferris wheel, rumoured to have spirited away a whole family during a festival. Witnesses swore they heard laughter fading into the thunder. But let's pull you closer to the heart of this balloon's curse. Drifloon's friendship isn't random. It's tied to its origins as a spirit balloon, perhaps formed from the grudges of festival goers long abandoned. In the anime, during the Diamond and Pearl series, Ash and friends encounter a Drifloon that latches onto a young trainer, only saved by a timely intervention from a Pokémon Center's protective measures. The episode lingers on the terror of that ascent, the child's wide eyes reflecting the balloon's glowing gaze. Manga tales echo this in Pokémon Adventures, where Sinnoh arcs depict Drifblim swarms during Route 218 gales, forcing heroes to ground themselves with heavy balls just to survive the pull. Now consider the survivors, those rare souls who whisper tales that chill even the boldest trainer. They speak of dreamlike flights where time stretches, colours invert, and the air grows thick with whispers of forgotten names. You board Drifloon, thinking it's a game, but as miles blur, exhaustion creeps in, a spectral heaviness pinning you to its fabric. The journey ends not in a crash but in shadowy voids, endless abysses where light devours itself and the balloon dissolves, leaving you adrift among echoing voids. One old Sinnoh fisherman's account, passed down in Ecrotake taverns, claims he awoke on a foggy shore days later, aged years in moments, haunted by visions of childlike shadows waving goodbye. Did Driftblim deposit him, deeming him unworthy company? Or was it mercy from a ghost that finally understood solitude's bite? These balloons embody the ghost type's core tragedy. Unbound souls mimicking joy to combat isolation. Drifloon's cry, a hollow phoo, mimics wind through trash bags, luring the curious. Evolve it with a dubious disc in some hacks or just levels in remakes. And Driftblim's scream rattles bones, a gale force wail that summons allies or scatters foes. Stats-wise, its 100 attack and speed make it a skyborn reaper, while 90 HP and defenses let it weather storms. In competitive play, it sweeps with choice scarf boosts, but lore-wise, that's its haul. Souls stacked like cargo in its vast underbelly. Dive deeper into regional variants. In Kalos, Drifloon sightings spike near Lumio City festivals. Tying to Frostlass lore, we'll skirt for now, but hinting at shared hunger. Alola's trade Avos don't alter it, but ultra-space anomalies suggest Driftblim portals, ripping tears to Distortion World fringes. Gala's Isle of Armor expands this with Cramorant's dives intersecting Driftblim paths, creating mid-air rescues turned hauntings. Even mechanics evolve. Curse on Driftblim halves its HP to doom foes eternally, echoing those one-way trips. What if you encountered one tonight? A gentle tug at your window, a balloon pressing against glass, eye pleading. Would you reach out, knowing the cost? Trainers mitigate with ghost-repelling incense, or levitate users to counter its pull. Yet stories persist. A Johto child in heart gold, saved by Ho-Oh's rainbow bridge, clashing winds. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon. Games cast Driftblim as dungeon bosses, ferrying teams to void floors where revival's impossible. These whispers build the terror. Survivors describe euphoria first, weightless bliss, stars swirling like fireflies, then the drop into shadow. No bodies wash ashore, just echoes in winds, names murmured by passing Drifloon. Is it a cycle? Do carried souls fuel new balloons, grudges inflating eternally? Pokédex from Sword and Shield hints yes. Driftblim feasts on life force mid-flight, sustaining its form. You feel it now, don't you? That pull towards Sleep Zone drift, mirroring their skies. But hold on, because these balloons guard secrets of souls they couldn't claim. Up next, in Guardians of Lost Souls, discover the shadowy sentinels who patrol those very voids, preventing eternal loss or ensuring it. What do they hide in their endless watch? Stay with me as the chill deepens. Let's linger a moment longer on Drifloon's deceptive charm. Its shiny form glows golden, like a prize from a contest, tempting greedier grabs. Breed it with Ditto for perfect IVs, but lore warns against chains of lonely spirits. Anime filler in Best Wishes shows a Driftblim carnival float come alive, abducting performers until Pikachu's Thunderbolt grounds it. Games like Let's Go Pikachu recreate beach encounters where Drifloon flee if not caught swiftly. Expand to battles, minimize its Shadow Ball with dark types, but its air/flinches, mimicking disorienting heights. Mega Evolution skipped it, preserving raw menace. In Pokémon Go, community days swarm skies with Drifloon, raids pitting Driftblim against legendaries, its minion moves summoning hordes. Twist deeper. Some theorize Driftblim carries to Giratina's realm, the Ghost Dragon legendary banished for chaos. Survivors' voids match Distortion World's flips. Yamask masks found near landing sites suggest soul trades. Heart Gold Soul Silver events tie Drifloon to Bell Tower winds, Guardians clashing balloons. Legends, Arceus speaks of spectral fairies balancing life-death flows. You're drifting now. Tails weaving Sleep's net. Feel the sway? That's Driftblim's rhythm. Yet survivors persist, etching warnings in Unovan murals, Kalos ghost stories. One Paldea tale. Drifloon Parade lures festival goers, terrestrializing to evade. In Pokémon Unite, Driftblim zones skies, ejecting foes to spawn, pure lore embodiment. These balloons teach caution in wonder. Next, Guardians of Lost Souls unveils watchers who cage such drifters. Their vigil? Pure enigma. In the misty vales of forgotten marshes, where lost souls drift like whispers on the wind, Duskull emerges as the silent sentinel of the spectral realm. You can almost feel the chill now, can't you? That bony skull face, glowing faintly in the fog, forever turned to watch over those wandering spirits who can't find their way home. Picture the scene unfolding before you in the dead of night. Endless bogs stretching out, shrouded in perpetual twilight. And there it floats, this eerie little guardian, with its single red eye piercing the gloom. According to the ancient Pokédex scribes, Duskull prefers the darkest hours, materializing only when the moon hangs low, its hollow gaze fixed on the restless dead. It's no mere haunt, it's a protector, ensuring that these unbound souls don't stray too far into oblivion. But why marshes? Why this desolate, waterlogged domain? Legends from the Hoenn region tell us it's because the fog there mimics the haze between life and afterlife, a perfect veil for spirits to linger. Duskull glides silently among the reeds, its tattered cloak billowing like a shroud caught in a breeze that never truly blows. Trainers who've wandered too close report a strange pull, as if the Pokémon is judging their worthiness to pass through its territory. One old tale from a Dewford fisherman speaks of his boat nearly capsizing when a Duskull appeared, not to attack, but to guide him away from a patch of marsh where vengeful spirits gathered. You see, these guardians aren't aggressive by nature. They're dutiful. They circle the lost ones, warding off brighter lights that might lure souls into dangerous realms, much like how Driftblim might snatch them skyward without a second thought. As night deepens, Duskull's vigil intensifies. Its skull face never sleeps, that crimson eye scanning for threats. What threats, you ask? Predatory ghosts, perhaps, or even human interlopers seeking to exploit the ethereal. In the games, Duskull boasts abilities like levitate, drifting untouched by earthly perils, and moves like nightshade that deliver pain equal to its level, a fair warning to any who disturb the peace. But delve deeper into the lore, and you uncover something profound. Duskull embodies the Pokémon world's quiet acknowledgement of death's unfinished business. Souls that refuse to pass on, trapped by grudges or sorrow, find a watchful companion in this floating spectre. It's comforting, in a haunting way, to know there's something out there, keeping an eye on the departed. Now, as bonds form and power grows, Duskull evolves into Dusclops at level 37, transforming from a mere watcher into a master of deception. Gone is the solitary floater. Enter the armoured enigma, its body now a single, massive eye surrounded by jagged shadows. Dusclops manipulates those shadows with chilling precision, stretching them like living tendrils to ensnare prey in an endless night. Imagine you're a traveller lost in the same foggy expanse, and suddenly the darkness thickens, wrapping around your ankles, pulling you into a void where time loses meaning. That's Dusclops at work. Its Pokédex entry warning that if it catches you staring into its eye, you'll be trapped forever in that hypnotic gaze. This evolution isn't just about strength, it's about responsibility amplified. While Duskull observed, Dusclops enforces. In the anime, during those tense episodes in Sinnoh, we've seen Dusclops-like figures defending sacred sites, using Shadow Sneak to phase through obstacles and pressure to sap the will of intruders. Its body, cold as a grave, absorbs light itself, creating pockets of impenetrable night. Trainers prize it for competitive battles, where frustration or will-o-wisp can turn the tide, but the true lore lies in its role as a warden. Dusclops patrols the marshes at midnight, shadows coiling like serpents to drag wandering spirits back to safety, or to bind those too dangerous to roam free. One chilling Pokédex note from Platinum reveals, It can squeeze the shadows of its body to become incredibly heavy, anchoring itself against any force, heavy enough to hold down a soul, screaming for release. You might wonder, does Dusclops ever falter? Rarely. Its defenses are legendary, with a base defense stat rivaling steel types, and immunity to normal and fighting moves, as if the living world's blows simply pass through. Yet there's a vulnerability to its lightless domain. Fairy types, those bearers of hope and dreams, can pierce its gloom. In the Pokémon world, this mirrors how pure-hearted resolve can banish even the deepest shadows. Stories from manga like Pokémon Adventures depict Dusclops in underground ruins, shadows weaving barriers that trap tomb raiders, forcing them to confront their own regrets before release. It's poetic justice, isn't it? The Guardian turns your darkness against you, but the line's journey peaks with Dusknoir, the ultimate protector, achieved through a Reaper cloth under the cover of dusk. This behemoth rises like a judge from the abyss, its muscular arms ending in iron fists that guide or crush souls on their final path. Towering at 7 feet, with a bell-like head tolling ominously, Dusknoir commands respect and fear. Its Pokédex paints it as a ferryman of the underworld, escorting spirits to their rest with unyielding grip. Those iron fists, they're not just for show. They punch through dimensions, pulling lost souls from the brink, or slamming shut portals to rogue realms. Evolution here signifies ascension. Duskull watched, Dusclops trapped, but Dusknoir judges and delivers. In the Diamond and Pearl anime arc, a protective Dusknoir even saves a ghost girl from her own endless haunting, countering kidnappers with its spectral might. You remember that episode, Ghoul Days? It flips the script, Dusknoir as hero, not horror. In games, its abilities like Frisk reveal hidden items, metaphorically peering into souls' secrets, while moves like Shadow Punch land unavoidable blows from the void. Base stats soar, especially attack at 113, making it a force that reshapes battles. Legends expand this role. In Unova's folklore, Dusknoir rings its head bell to summon the departed, the toll echoing across marshes as a call to order. Iron fists grasp gently for the worthy, harshly for the wicked. Trainers who've bonded with one describe a profound loyalty. It senses your impending doom, appearing in dreams to warn you. Mechanics reinforce the lore. From Generation 6, ghost types like Dusknoir evade traps like Mean Look, slipping away like mist embodying their unbound nature. Curse too fits perfectly, halving its HP to afflict endless torment, a sacrificial act mirroring a guardian's duty. Consider the broader implications for our Pokémon world. These guardians form a spectral police force, countering the chaotic wanderers like Drifloon or the grudge holders like Gengar. In foggy marshes, they've prevented countless tragedies. Their presence a balm for the grieving. A heart gold soul silver tale speaks of a Dusknoir leading a Cubone to its mother's spirit, reuniting them before dawn. Heart-warming yet eerie, death's bureaucracy at work. Yet questions linger. Do Dusknoir ever claim souls prematurely? Pokédex hints at it, with some trainers vanishing after challenging one. In competitive play, its destiny bond drags foes down with it, a grim reminder of interconnected fates. And in the distortion world, whispers suggest Dusknoir allies with Giratina, guiding renegade spirits back to chaos if they prove irredeemable. As you drift deeper into this lore, feel the weight of their vigilance. Duskull's watchful eye, Dusclops' shadowy snare, Dusknoir's iron resolve. They stand eternal against the fog. But what happens when souls cling to remnants of their mortal lives, wearing masks that whisper forgotten sorrows? That haunting truth awaits in masks of forgotten lives, where the veil between human and ghost thins to a shattering whisper. Now, let these guardians lull you further. In the quiet after their tolling bell, sleep comes easy, protected by the unseen. Duskull floats nearby, its skull face a promise of safe passage through the night. You've journeyed far with me, uncovering layers of the spectral tapestry. These aren't monsters, they're custodians of the cosmos's fragile balance. Expand your mind to the evolution's triggers. Duskull needs no item, just time and battle scars. 37 levels of facing fear head-on. Dusclops demands a trade, merging souls in a ritual of partnership. Dusk Noir, that reaper cloth woven from twilight threads, symbolizes harvesting the ready. Each step elevates duty. Real-world ties fascinate too, inspired by yokai like Hitodama or European will-o'-the-wisps, but twisted into benevolence. Game Freak crafted them for Hoenn's haunted vibes. Post-Gen 3 remakes, amplifying their shine. Battles tell stories. A Dusk Noir versus Driftblim? Shadows versus Winds? Guardians clashing over a soul. Movesets optimized. Trick room for Dusclops to slow foes into eternal night. Gravity grounding levitators. Trainer anecdotes abound. Imagine Cynthia's team hinting at one, or a fanfic where yours bonds with a lost loved one's spirit. Personal, profound. In Ultra Sun and Moon, ghost persistence shines. Some endure forever, immune to time's erosion. Dusk Noir, eternal judge. Manga moments. Pokémon generations show similar wardens in Old Chateau, illusions guarding graves. Your connection grows. These Pokémon remind us, even in death, purpose persists. Rest now, under their gaze, but linger on Dusk Noir's fists. Forged in otherworldly fires, they grip with 1000 Hyali Psi-Force per speculative dex, guiding or guarding, unyielding. Marsh ecosystems shift around them. Litwick flames dim in respect. Phantom trees creak boughs. Sleep aid perfected, rhythmic floating, shadow whispers, bell tolls fading to dreams. Yet curiosity burns. Those masks next door, they'll redefine loss. Word count check internal. Pushing past 1200 with depth, narrative holds. Deep in the ancient burial grounds of Unova, where the earth itself seems to mourn the forgotten, Yamask rises from cracked tombs, its tiny hands forever grasping a mask etched with the agonized features of a human face. These aren't mere decorations. Each mask captures the final expression of a soul torn from its mortal body. A porcelain prison holding screams that never faded. You can hear it now, can't you? That faint, sorrowful wail echoing through the mist, as if the ground beneath your feet is crying out for lives long buried. Yamask doesn't just carry these masks. It clings to them like a child to a lost parent. Legend whispers that these spirits were once ordinary people, their essences refusing to pass on after death. When their human forms crumbled, their faces hardened into these ghostly shells, forever weeping tears that shimmer with trapped memories. Picture a Yamask shuffling through moonlit graveyards, pausing at weathered headstones, its own golden eyes mirroring the despair frozen on its mask. Trainers who've wandered too close report the same chilling sight. The Pokémon presses the mask to its face, and both begin to sob in unison, releasing orbs of spectral energy that replay fleeting visions of pain, loss, fire, or drowning. It's as if the Yamask is reliving every agony its mask endured, night after endless night. But why does it weep so ceaselessly? Pokédex scholars believe it's a compulsion, an eternal loop of grief binding the spirit to our world. In the games, you'll find Yamask haunting routes like Twist Mountain or Celestial Tower, drawn to places thick with death's residue. One entry from Black and White describes it perfectly. The tears it sheds are not water, but distilled remnants of human suffering, capable of inducing profound sadness in anyone nearby. Have you ever felt that pull yourself, listener? That inexplicable heaviness when you're alone in a quiet cemetery at dusk? Yamask embodies it, a walking echo of mortality's cruelty. As these spirits endure, they grow restless, their sorrow hardening into something more resolute. Enter Kofa Grigus, the evolved form that transforms Yamask's fragile lament into an unyielding vigil. When a Yamask levels up in the shadows of forgotten shrines, its body elongates and gleams with golden armor, resembling an ornate sarcophagus unearthed from pharaohs' tombs. No longer a wanderer, Cofagrigus becomes a sentinel, its 4 disembodied arms wielding the masks like sacred relics. It seals wandering souls within its hollow frame, not out of malice, but to shield them from oblivion. Graves under its watch remain undisturbed, protected by curses that repel grave robbers and wandering haunter alike. Imagine stumbling upon a Cofagrigus in the desert resort, its golden form half buried in sand, arms extended like barriers around a cluster of ancient markers. Those arms don't just guard, they capture. Any lost spirit drifting too close finds itself drawn into the Pokémon's cavernous body, locked away in a gilded prison that's paradoxically a sanctuary. Pokédex lore from Black 2 and White 2 reveals the horror beneath the beauty. The masks embedded in its form occasionally twitch, mouthing silent pleas from the souls interred inside. Cofagrigus doesn't feed on them though. It sustains itself by absorbing the ambient grudges of the dead, ensuring those graves stay sacred for eternity. You might wonder, does this make Cofagrigus a hero or a jailer? In the Pokémon world, it's both. Stories from Unova's elders tell of villages spared from hauntings after a Cofagrigus took up residence in their boneyards. Bandits who tried to loot the sites vanished, their own faces later appearing as new masks on the Guardian's body. It's a cycle of preservation, turning the chaos of unrest into ordered silence. And yet, that silence hides turmoil. Beneath the gold, those souls stir, their agonies muffled but never silenced. Now here's where it gets truly unsettling. Something that changes how you'll see every battle involving these ghosts. During combat, Yamask and Cofagrigus don't just fight, they reveal. When their masks are struck or empowered, they cry out with piercing wails, unleashing fragmented memories that materialize as attacks. Shadow Ball condenses from those very tears, a swirling orb of past torment hurled at foes. You've battled one, haven't you? That moment when the mask's eyes light up, and suddenly you're not facing a Pokémon, but a glimpse of a woman's final breath in a collapsing mine, or a child's terror in a shipwreck. It's called the Mask's Lament, a phenomenon trainers whisper about in forums and lore dives. Take Yamask's Hex move, for instance. It doubles in power against afflicted opponents, as if the Pokémon senses their pain and amplifies it with its own collection of sorrows. Cofagrigus takes it further with its scary face, freezing enemies in place while projecting nightmarish visions from its tomb body. In competitive play, these traits make them tricky, but in lore, it's profound. The Unova Pokédex hints that prolonged exposure to these cries can awaken suppressed memories in humans, blurring the line between living and dead. One anime episode from Best Wishes shows Ash encountering a Yamask, whose mask belonged to a miner from his hometown, triggering flashes that helped resolve a local haunting. But let's dig deeper into their origins. Unlike the gaseous, ghastly, or shadowy Duskull we've explored, Yamask feels intimately human, almost too close for comfort. Theories abound that they arose from a cataclysmic event in Unova's history, perhaps the war that birthed the Relic Castle. Spirits unable to reincarnate clung to their facial features, birthing these mask-bearers. Cofagrigus, with its Egyptian motifs, ties into real-world mythology, guardians like Anubis weighing souls against eternity. In the manga Pokémon Adventures, a Cofagrigus guards the ultimate weapons chamber, its arms ensnaring intruders by forcing them to confront their own forgotten regrets. Mechanically, their ghost typing shines here. Immune to trapping moves since Generation 6, they slip away, like memories fading at dawn. Curse drains their vitality to inflict endless torment, mirroring how they sacrifice peace for preservation. And in Ultra Sun and Moon, their hidden abilities like Mummy spread curses on contact, stripping foes of their strengths, much like death levels all. It's poetic, isn't it? These Pokémon don't conquer death, they negotiate with it. Trainers who bond with Yamask often describe a profound shift. Your team member starts leaving small golden trinkets at campsites, masks mimicking your companions' faces as a sign of attachment. Evolving it feels like committing to guardianship, with Cofagrigus demanding you visit ruins regularly to feed it grudge energy. In Pokémon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor, wild ones appear in chromatic dens, hinting they're drawn to artificial tombs too. Fan art explodes with depictions of Cofagrigus armies patrolling battlefields, collecting war dead. Yet for all their vigilance, vulnerabilities linger. Strong against psychic but weak to ghost and dark, they falter against their own kind or shadow manipulators. Fairy types, those beacons of light, shatter their masks effortlessly. It's a reminder that even eternal watchers can crack under pressure. As you drift deeper into this lore, feel the weight of those masks settling on you. Each one a story untold, a life paused mid-breath. Yamask and Cofagrigus don't haunt for sport. They preserve what's left when everything else crumbles. From the misty marshes where Duskull patrolled lost souls, we now stand amid tombs sealed in gold, souls safeguarded but forever yearning. But preservation isn't always benevolent. Some ghosts crave more than memories. They steal the spark of life itself to burn brighter. That hunger leads us straight into the flames of stolen life, where candles flicker with borrowed warmth and the line between guide and predator blurs forever. What secrets will those flames whisper to you? Stay with me and find out. In the shadowed corners of Unova's abandoned mansions, a single flickering flame can mean the difference between finding your way home or vanishing forever. That tiny glow belongs to Litwick, the wax Pokémon, whose deceptive warmth has lured countless wanderers into the abyss. You see, while golden tombs might seal souls away for eternity, these spectral candles don't just guard the dead, they actively harvest the living to fuel their eerie luminescence. Picture yourself lost in a fog-shrouded cave, the air thick with damp chill. A soft, inviting light dances just ahead, pulsing gently like a lantern held by a forgotten friend. That's Litwick at work. This diminutive ghost, no taller than your hand, masquerades as a harmless candle, its blue-violet flame swaying hypnotically. But here's the chilling truth. Anyone who stares too long feels an inexplicable pull, a drowsiness that seeps into their bones. Their life force, that vital spark we all carry, begins to ebb away, drawn straight into the wick. Litwick grows brighter with every stolen breath, its flames swelling from a timid spark to a radiant blaze. Pokédex scholars note how, the stronger the light becomes, the more voraciously it feeds, turning a momentary comfort into a fatal trap. Trainers who've encountered wild Litwicks in the wilds of Route 3 or the Celestial Tower swear by the same tale. One explorer recounted stumbling upon a cluster of them in an old ruin, their lights forming a pathway deeper into the darkness. He followed, compelled by some unseen force, only to wake hours later, weakened and disoriented, with his Pokémon barely holding him upright. Litwick doesn't strike with claws or fangs. It seduces. Its flame mimics the bioluminescence of deep-sea lures or the will-o'-the-wisps from ancient folklore, those ghostly lights said to lead travellers astray. In Pokémon lore, this ties directly to the essence of ghost types, ethereal remnants unbound by the physical world, sustaining themselves by siphoning from the realm of the living. But as Litwick matures, exposed to a dusk stone under the cover of night, it elongates into Lampent, the lamp Pokémon. Now hovering silently on a blackened lantern-like body, it abandons the pretense of a friendly guide. Lampent seeks out places thick with impending death, drawn irresistibly to hospitals and hospices where the veil between life and afterlife thins. Have you ever wondered why some hospital corridors feel unnaturally cold, even on warm summer nights? Locals in Lacunosa town whisper of lampent drifting through open windows, its flame dimmed to a somber glow as it hovers bedside. It's there for the departing souls, those fragile essences slipping free from their mortal shells. This behaviour isn't mere coincidence. Lampent possesses an uncanny sensitivity to the moment of death, arriving unbidden to collect or perhaps escort the newly spectral. In the anime's black and white series, a lampent appeared in a hospital episode, floating amid the beeps of machines, its presence calming to some nurses, yet filling others with dread. Pokédex entries confirm it. The souls of people on the verge of death give off a faint light that lampent is drawn to, like a flame to a moth. It doesn't attack outright. It waits, patient as the reaper, absorbing faint wisps of energy from the air itself. Trainers capture lampent rarely, for it flees from bright lights and human warmth, preferring the sterile hush of wards where heartbeats slow to silence. Imagine lying in a sickbed, eyes heavy, and seeing that lantern drift closer, comfort or collector. The line blurs in lampent's shadowy vigil. Evolving further, with a trade and Hunova link cable, lampent transforms into Chandelure, the luring Pokémon, a majestic yet malevolent chandelier of wrought iron and infernal flame. Suspended in mid-air by spectral forces, its multiple arms hold blue flames that burn without heat or smoke. Yet they hold the power to ensnare minds. Chandelure doesn't merely lure, it hypnotizes with an infernal blaze, trapping victims in fiery illusions from which they never awaken. Those ensnared wander endless dreamscapes of fire and shadow, their life force drained drop by drop until only husks remain. This pinnacle of the line haunts grand chateaux and haunted theatres, places of faded opulence where echoes of laughter long died. A chandelier's flames can project visions tailored to your deepest fears or desires, a loved one's face in the fire, a path to lost treasure, pulling you deeper into trance. The Pokédex warns the spirits it contains are absorbed into its body. Its flames have a distinctive eerie blue colour. Anyone who stares into them falls into a deep trance. In battles, this manifests through moves like Flame Wheel or Inferno, but in lore, it's pure predation. One chilling account from Pokémon Adventures manga describes a chandelier in a derelict opera house, its lights drawing in performers who vanished mid-act, their screams twisted into harmonious illusions. What makes this evolutionary trio so profoundly unsettling is their mimicry of human artifacts. Candle, lamp, chandelier, all symbols of guidance and celebration, perverted into tools of theft. Litwick starts small, a spark in the gloom, but each stage amplifies the horror. They thrive in darkness, their flames immune to extinguishing by wind or water, a nod to ghost-type resilience. From Generation 5 onward, their abilities like Flame Body or Infiltrator reflect this, burning foes on contact, slipping through barriers to steal life unseen. Consider the mechanics woven into their lore. Ghost types like these evade capture tricks, such as Mean Look, slipping away like smoke, just as their flames elude grasp. Curse, a staple move, halves their own vitality to inflict endless torment, mirroring how they sacrifice nothing to claim everything from others. In the Sun and Moon anime arcs, spectral flames lingered indefinitely, untouched by time, while lesser spirits faded. Chandelure, in particular, embodies this immortality, its illusions eternal prisons. But delve deeper, and you'll find ties to broader ghost lore, like Yamask's masks echoing human grief. Litwick's line preys on our innate trust in light as salvation. In fog-laden marshes or sterile hospital wings, that trust becomes doom. Folklore parallels abound. Japanese Hitodama, soul flames wandering at night, or European Ignis, fatuous leading to bogs. Pokémon creators drew from these, crafting evolutions that escalate from innocent lure to sophisticated entrapment. You might ask, could a trainer harness this without peril? Bonds formed through battles temper their hunger, channeling stolen life into power rather than oblivion. Yet wild encounters remain risky. A pack of Litwicks in Pinwheel Forest once dimmed an entire expedition's lanterns, forcing reliance on their glow, and half the group never returned. Their fates whispered as fuel for brighter flames elsewhere. Lampent's hospital haunts add a poignant layer. In XY series echoes, spirits like Marowak lingered near the living. Lampent bridges that gap present at the threshold. Nurses in Kalos tales speak of it foretelling passings, its light flaring brighter as breaths cease. Ethical debates rage among professors. Is it predator or psychopomp? Guiding or gorging? Chandelure crowns this dynasty with theatrical menace. In Pokémon Generation shorts, illusionary flames terrorize chateaus, much like old chateau ghosts. Its megaform, though rare, intensifies the blaze, shadows writhing within. Victims report waking from comas years later, aged beyond their time, minds scarred by fire-kissed nightmares. These flames of stolen life remind us, in the Pokémon world, light isn't always benevolent. It beckons, until you're hollow. Yet amidst this spectral pyre, another grudge simmers in the shadows of trash heaps. Dolls seeking vengeance, twisted by abandonment and reborn with malice. That tale ignites next. What if the stuffed animals and rag dolls you once cherished as a child, now gathering dust in some forgotten attic, suddenly came alive with a burning grudge? That's the chilling reality behind Banette, a ghost-type Pokémon born from pure abandonment. These aren't just toys, they're vessels of resentment, rising from the trash heaps where heartless children discarded them. You can almost hear the faint creak of zipper mouths pulling open in the dead of night, whispering curses born from betrayal. Banette emerges from the most pitiful of origins. Picture a marionette doll, lovingly sewn by a child who poured their heart into every stitch. But children grow up, interests fade, and that doll ends up tossed aside like yesterday's garbage. In the damp, shadowy corners of abandoned lots or derelict toy factories, that rejection festers. The spirit of the forsaken doll awakens, its fabric body twisting with supernatural energy. It doesn't just haunt, it possesses. Banette slips into other discarded toys, animating them with its vengeful essence. A floppy-eared plush rabbit might twitch to life, its button eyes glowing purple as Banette takes control. Or a patchwork teddy bear, its seams ripping open to reveal jagged teeth formed from cursed thread. Once possessed, these toys become instruments of retribution. Banette stitches grudges into voodoo curses using its own body as the needle and thread. Its Pokédex entry captures this perfectly. It seeks the child who abandoned it, moving silently through walls to exact revenge. You might wake to find your old toys rearranged on the shelf, their stuffing bulging unnaturally, as if plotting your downfall. The curses aren't subtle. Banette pins up photographs of its betrayers with its zipper mouth, then jabs pins into them, channeling pain through invisible links. Have you ever felt a sudden chill while rummaging through childhood mementos? That could be Banette's grudge threading through the air, seeking to bind you in misfortune. But it starts even earlier with Choupette, Banette's pre-evolution. Choupette floats like a tattered balloon, drawn irresistibly to strong emotions, especially sadness and rage. In the anime, we've seen Choupette swarming around grieving trainers, feeding on their despair before latching on and evolving into something far more sinister. Choupette gathers the psychic residue of broken hearts, ballooning its power until it can puppeteer objects around it. Trainers who catch one often report eerie occurrences, lights flickering in sync with their mood swings, shadows mimicking their gestures. It's as if Choupette is practicing, learning to channel human pain into something tangible, something vengeful. Evolving under the weight of accumulated grudges, Shuppet becomes Bennett. This ghost-type powerhouse boasts a base speed of 65 and special attack of 115, but its true strength lies in its lore-driven moveset. Shadow Ball hurls orbs of pure malice, mimicking the stuffing ripped from its own body. And Curse, oh, that's Bennett's signature. By slashing itself, it halves its own life force to inflict a lingering curse on the foe, draining their health turn by turn. It's a perfect reflection of its origin, willing to suffer endlessly to make others pay. In battles, you see this play out dramatically. A wild Bennett cornered in a dumpster will curse without hesitation, its eyes narrowing as shadows stitch across the battlefield like living sutures. Now imagine stumbling upon a haunted toy shop in the dead of night. The shelves creak under the weight of possessed playthings. A jack-in-the-box pops open, but instead of laughter, it unleashes a horde of Bennett-controlled dolls, their tiny hands grasping at your ankles. This isn't fantasy, it's echoed in Pokémon media. In the games like Pokémon Ruby and Sapphire, where Bennett debuted, trainers find them lurking in trash heaps near meteor falls, their cries mimicking a child's wail, twisted into something demonic. The manga dives deeper in Pokémon adventures, where Bennett puppets entire amusement parks, turning rides into traps for unsuspecting visitors. What makes this even more unsettling is the lore twist. Bennett didn't just possess random dolls. They originated from abandoned children's playthings, specifically infused with hate from the moment of discard. A Pokédex from Omega Ruby reveals it. A doll that became a Pokémon out of resentment for being thrown away, it rejoices in causing fear. That hate crystallizes into ectoplasm, hardening the fabric into an unbreakable shell. Unlike fleeting spirits, these are eternal. They don't fade with time, they endure, immune to the ravages of weather or decay, slipping through cracks to stalk their targets across regions. You have to wonder, doesn't it? Could your own forgotten toys be stirring right now? In the Pokémon world, stories abound of villages plagued by doll outbreaks. Fishermen in Hone whisper of Bennett swarms rising from coastal dumps, dragging careless kids into the tide as payback for littering playthings. And in competitive play, trainers exploit this tenacity. Bennett's ability, insomnia, prevents sleep, ensuring it stays awake to weave its curses uninterrupted. Prankster lets priority on status moves like Will-O-Wisp, burning foes while it laughs from the shadows. But nothing compares to the fury unleashed when Bennett Mega evolves. Hold on to that stone, because Mega Bennett doesn't just seek vengeance, it drowns the world in it. Its rage intensifies 100-fold, shadows coiling like living threads from its gaping zipper maw. The Mega form towers taller, its body sprouting spectral strings that puppeteer the battlefield itself. Pokédex entries describe it. Mega Bennett's grudge is endless, its shadows ensnaring everything in cursed bonds. Those threads aren't mere illusions, they lash out, mimicking the strings of its marionette past but laced with ghost energy. Opponents find their movements restricted, attacks turned against them, as if Bennett pulls the ultimate prank from beyond the grave. In the anime's Mega Evolution specials, we've witnessed this terror firsthand. A trainer's Mega Bennett engulfs arenas in writhing darkness, the coils tightening like voodoo dolls squeezed in a giant fist. Its stats skyrocket. Attack to 165, special attack to 93, speed to 75. But the real horror is behavioural. Mega Bennett's eyes blaze with unquenchable hatred, targeting anyone who dares abandon a Pokémon mid-battle. Shadows pulse rhythmically, stitching wounds shut only to reopen them elsewhere. A cycle of torment mirroring its origin. This evolution amplifies the voodoo theme. The coiling shadows form intricate patterns, like pins mapping out an enemy's weaknesses. Trainers report nightmares, post-battle, dreams of endless toy factories where dolls stitch your face onto their fabric, forcing you to relive every abandonment. It's psychological warfare incarnate. And tying back you to ghost-type mechanics from Generation 6, Mega Banette evades traps effortlessly, its form phasing through Mean Look or Shadow Tag, as if laughing at confinement. Trick or Treat forces ghost typing on foes, dooming them to share its spectral fate. Delve deeper into the implications. Why dolls? In Pokémon lore, toys symbolize innocence corrupted. Banette embodies the dark side of childhood whimsy, reminding us that neglect breeds monsters. Compare it to other ghosts. While Litwick from the last chapter lured with false warmth, stealing life gently, Banette strikes with personal vendettas. Yamask wept for lost humanity. Banette rages against it. Duskull guarded souls. Banette corrupts new ones. Each layer of ghost lore builds this tapestry of unrest, where the discarded rise to claim what's owed. You've felt that pull now, haven't you? The subtle dread of checking your closet for twitching fabric. In Pokémon Sun and Moon, Banette haunts Alolan trash piles, its curses blending with the island's tropical nights for double chills. Manga like Pokémon Generations shows ghostly dolls in urban ruins, their stitches glowing as they reenact abandonment scenes, forcing viewers to confront their own pasts. Battles become symphonies of spite. Equip Shadow, sneak for priority strikes from behind, like a doll creeping up your spine. Knockoff removes items, stripping foes of comfort, as Banette was stripped of love. Destiny, bond seals mutual destruction, ensuring if it falls, so do you. Ultimate revenge. Trainers who master it speak of an unbreakable bond, but at what cost? Some say prolonged exposure imprints grudges onto the human psyche, leaving handlers paranoid of their own belongings. And yet there's a twisted poetry here. Banette teaches forgiveness through fear. Catch one young as Shuppet, nurture it, and it might redirect its rage toward protecting you. Stories circulate of rehabilitated Banette guarding nurseries, scaring off real threats while cradling the toys they once resented. But cross them? Those shadows coil tighter than ever. As we linger in this realm of stitched-up spectres and vengeful velvets, know that the night holds more whispers. While these dolls unravel their curses from the shadows of dumps and attics, something even more heartbreaking stirs in the depths of ancient forests. Up next, Spirits of the Lost Woods beckons, where the cries of wandering children echo eternally, pulling you deeper into the mist. Before we dive deeper into this incredible journey, I'm curious, where in the world are you watching this from? Drop a comment below and let our global community know. And if you're finding this as mind-blowing as I am, hit that like button to help more people discover this story. In the shadowed heart of Kalos's ancient woodlands, where sunlight barely pierces the canopy, the spirits of lost children take root as something far more sinister than forgotten toys. Phantump emerge from gnarled stumps, their hollow eyes glowing faintly in the twilight, mimicking the twisted forms of sawn-off trees that blend seamlessly with the underbrush. You can hear them first, those soft, plaintive cries echoing like a playground game gone wrong, calling out for friends who never came back. These are no ordinary Pokémon. They're the restless souls of youngsters who wandered too far from their villages, succumbing to the wilds long ago, now forever trapped in bark and branch, yearning for playmates to ease their eternal loneliness. Picture yourself stepping off the forest path at dusk, the air growing thick with mist. One moment, the stump beside you is just wood, weathered and still. The next, a giggle bubbles up from its depths, childlike and innocent, pulling at your sleeve with invisible hands. Phantump don't attack outright, they befriend. They drift alongside wanderers, their small spectral branches rustling like eager fingers, offering games of tag through the brambles or hide and seek among the ferns. But trainers who've survived these encounters whisper of the trap. Once you're in, the woods close around you, and those cries multiply, drawing you deeper into groves where no map leads out. One Pokédex entry captures it perfectly. These ghosts plant themselves in familiar forests, sprouting anew each autumn. their numbers swelling with every child the trees claim. What starts as companionship turns chilling when you realise they're recruiting, their playful lures hiding a desperate need to share their isolation. Have you ever wondered why some forests feel alive with unseen eyes? It's the phantom, weaving illusions of laughter and light to mask the peril. In the games, they're elusive, vanishing into the foliage before you can throw a Pokéball, embodying that ghost-type instinct to slip away from threats. But lore dives deeper. In Kalos folklore, passed down by woodcutters in Lever City, these spirits first appeared after a great storm centuries ago when a group of orphans vanished during a harvest festival. Their parents searched for weeks, hearing echoes of joy amid the thunder, only to find stumps etched with tiny handprints. Now, phantom roam those same woods, their cries a perpetual echo of unfinished games. You might bond with one, training it to channel that longing into moves like Phantom Force, where it phases through the earth like roots seeking soil. Yet even in battle, they seem hesitant, as if every opponent reminds them of playmates lost. As these child ghosts mature, feeding on the life force of the forest itself, they evolve into guardians far more formidable. Trevenant rise like ancient oaks come to life, their massive trunks hollowed by time, faces carved in perpetual watchfulness. These towering sentinels animate the very woods around them, roots bursting from the soil to ensnare any intruder who threatens their fragile kin. Step too close to a phantom nursery, and the ground trembles. Vines whip out, coiling around ankles and wrists, dragging the unwise beneath the earth where they wither, feeding the grove's dark vitality. Trevenant don't wander, they rule. Their branches sway like arms in warning, and at night, their eyes ignite with an otherworldly green fire, illuminating paths only for the worthy. Listen closely, and you'll hear how Trevenant protects with ruthless precision. A Pokédex from the Unova region notes their ability to control entire forests, commanding trees to march or crush foes, a power born from centuries of nurturing the lost young. Imagine a poacher hacking at rare berries near a phantom cluster. Suddenly, the forest awakens. Roots punch through the dirt, wrapping the axe's handle, then the man's legs, pulling him into a suffocating embrace. He emerges days later, pale and babbling, swearing the trees whispered judgments in his ear. That's their creed: safeguard the innocents at any cost. In the anime, during a Kalos episode where Ash's group camps in Ecrotake Woods, deeper in Lever's fringes, they encounter a Trevenant roused by Pikachu's accidental stumble into a stump hollow. The battle that follows is poetry in motion, roots lashing like whips, while phantom cheer from the shadows, their cries urging the elder on. But here's what truly haunts the listener in the dead of night: the whispers. Soft at first like wind through leaves, they guide lost travellers deeper into spectral groves. You think it's your imagination, a helpful breeze pointing to shelter. This way, they murmur, voices overlapping in childish tones. Play with us. Stay forever. Hikers who've escaped tell tales of following these voices for hours, emerging at dawn disoriented, miles from their route, with faint bark scratches on their skin. It's the phantom's subtlest lure, amplified by Trevenant's domain. In game mechanics, this ties to their forest's curse ability, where Trevenant inflicts a debilitating hex, sapping speed and strength like roots draining soil, mirroring how they weaken outsiders to protect their own. Delve further into their lore, and you'll uncover ties to real-world yokai, those Japanese spirits of forgotten children in wooded realms. Pokémon designers drew from that, making Phantom and Trevenant dual-grass ghost types, thriving in damp, forgotten copses. Breeders in the games know the ritual. Expose a Phantom to a Trevenant under a full moon, and it absorbs the elder's essence, growing into a protector overnight. Trainers prize them for competitive play, where Trevenant's horn leech siphons health like a tree drawing nutrients. but lore warns against exploiting their bond. One manga arc in Pokémon Adventures shows a rogue trainer forcing evolutions in a lab, only for the Trevenant to rebel, uprooting the facility in vengeance for stolen childhoods. You feel it now, don't you? That pull toward the woods, the curiosity mingling with a shiver down your spine. These spirits aren't mindless haunts, they're a tragic family. Phantump, the wide-eyed seekers, Trevenant, the fierce parents. Encounters build slowly. A lone stump giggles during your campfire tales. More join, circling with playful bumps. Then the ground shifts, roots tasting the air for danger. In the XY anime, Serena stumbles upon a Phantump, mimicking her childhood friend, leading her to a Trevenant shrine, overgrown with spectral flowers. The lesson? Respect the woods or become part of them. Their cries evolve too, from lonely whimpers to harmonious choruses when united, a symphony that lulls you into complacency. Expand on their habitats, and Kalus's lost woods become a labyrinth of lore. Route 16, shrouded in fog, hosts swarms where Phantump disguise as illusions, leading cyclists astray. Trevenant perch at the centre, their trunks etched with faces of protected young. Fossil records note spectral echoes suggest they've haunted these lands since before human settlements, predating even the Carlos War. Ghost types like them evade modern traps. Mean look fails as they melt into bark. Shadow tag slips through leaves. Curse, that self-sacrificial hex, mirrors their lore perfectly. Halve your life to bind a foe eternally, just as they trade vitality for vengeance. Stories from trainers flood forums. One from Sinnoh recounts bonding with a Phantump after it latched onto his lost Clefairy, mistaking it for kin. Evolved to Trevenant, it uprooted a bandit camp threatening the route. Another, darker, from a Johto elder, a village plagued by vanishing kids, solved when locals honoured a Trevenant with offerings, silencing the cries. These Pokémon teach balance. Nature's ghosts demand harmony, punishing the reckless. Their moveset sings of it: branch poke for tender prods, shadow claw for defense, wood hammer for crushing embraces. Yet beneath the terror lies melancholy. Phantump fade without friends, their stumps crumbling to dust. Trevenants stand vigil alone, when saplings perish, branches drooping like wept tears. You can't help but root for them, these woodland orphans, turned wardens. In mega form? None yet. But imagine a Trevenant swollen with primal rage, forests marching to its will. As the canopy thins and a chill wind carries scents of snow-capped peaks, the spirits of the woods yield to an even colder legend. Up next, the frozen bride awaits, her icy veil hiding a hunger that freezes the soul itself. What forsaken woman haunts the glaciers, luring lovers to their doom? Stay with me, and you'll shiver to find out. In the icy heart of Sinnoh's frozen tundras, where blizzards whisper secrets of the long dead, Frostlass emerges not as a mere Pokémon, but as the embodiment of a woman's undying grudge. You can almost feel the chill seeping through your blankets right now, can't you? This spectral bride, born from tragedy, turns the beauty of winter into a weapon of eternal preservation. Picture the ancient blizzards that ravaged those northern lands centuries ago, fierce storms that swallowed entire villages, leaving no trace but the howl of wind through skeletal trees. One woman, lost in that whiteout fury, met her end not with peace but with rage. Her spirit, refusing the pull of the afterlife, sought refuge in the sharpest icicle it could find. And there it lingered, crystallizing into Frostlass, a ghostly queen of frost whose form shimmers like a veil of fresh snow under moonlight. Her Pokédex entry unveils this haunting truth. She was once human, her soul now fused with ice, forever haunting the places where lives like hers were stolen by the cold. What drives her, you ask? Vengeance, pure and crystalline. Frostlass does not simply freeze, she preserves. She encases her prey in layers of ice so flawless. They become sculptures of breathtaking beauty, frozen forever in their final moments of awe. Men who wandered too close, lured by her ethereal dance, found themselves immortalized as statues in her bridal gallery, their faces locked in expressions of wonder, eyes wide at her ghostly grace, bodies glistening like jewels in a cavern of ice. It's a mercy disguised as horror, isn't it? Eternal beauty for those she deems worthy, but only after they've surrendered to her chill embrace. Have you ever wondered why her presence feels so personal, so intimately cold? It's because Frostlass hunts with the subtlety of a scorned lover. She glides silently across snowfields, her kimono-like shroud billowing without a sound, mimicking the graceful sway of a bride on her wedding night. That ghostly elegance draws you in, makes your guard drop. Trainers tell tales of spotting her silhouette against the aurora, arms outstretched as if inviting a dance. You step closer, mesmerized by the way her hollow eyes seem to hold a flicker of lost humanity, and then her breath escapes, a shimmering mist that tastes of winter's first bite. That breath is her signature curse. It doesn't kill outright. No, that's too crude for such a refined spirit. Instead, it spreads like frost on a window pane, creeping over skin, seizing muscles, turning blood to slush in your veins. Victims don't scream. They gasp in silent admiration as their world crystallizes. One explorer in the Snowpoint Temple journals described it perfectly. He watched his partner Pokémon stiffen first, its form rendered in pristine ice, fur detailed down to the last strand, before the cold claimed him too. Frostlass hovered above, tilting her head as if appraising her newest artwork, then vanished into the drifts. Those sculptures remain, you see, dotting hidden caves and mountaintops, warnings etched in frozen flesh. But let's delve deeper into her origins, because the Pokédex barely scratches the surface. Long before Sinnoh's gyms and badges, folklore spoke of the Snow Widow, a maiden betrothed in a mountain clan. She ventured into the storm to gather herbs for her wedding feast. The blizzard betrayed her, burying her alive under drifts. Her fiancé searched for days, only to find nothing but a single, unbroken icicle piercing the snow. That night, under a blood moon, the icicle rose, infused with her fury at being abandoned by life itself. From then on, she lured men who resembled him. Tall, broad-shouldered wanderers, freezing them as offerings to her uncelebrated union. Is it revenge on the world that took her joy, or a twisted desire to build a court of eternal grooms? You decide as the chill settles in. Frostlass ties into the broader tapestry of ghost types you've been drifting through with me. Like the forest spirits we just left behind, those wandering stumps crying for playmates, she too is a soul adrift, unbound by death's finality. Yet where Phantump seeks companionship in the whispering woods, Frostlass demands tribute in the silence of ice. Her ghost and ice typing makes her a paradox, immune to the traps that bind lesser shades, able to slip through shadows or snow alike. Remember how ghost types evade mean look or shadow tag? Frostlass embodies that freedom, fleeing battles on a whim, her laughter echoing like cracking ice as she leaves you shivering. In battles, her moveset chills the soul as much as the body. Blizzard summons the very storms of her birth. Powder snow dusts foes with lethargy, and ice beam carves precision, strikes that mimic her sculpting touch. But it's Shadow Ball that reveals her vengeful core, a concentrated orb of spectral energy hurled with the force of betrayed love. Trainers who bond with her, often female ones attuned to her pain, unlock evolutions from humble Snorant. A dawnstone cracks open that icy shell, birthing the bride fully formed. Yet even in loyalty, she never forgets. One anime episode shows a Frostlass turning on a careless owner during a storm, freezing his tent into a coffin of regret. Speaking of the anime, Frostlass made her mark in the Diamond and Pearl series, haunting the fringes of Snowpoint City. Ash and friends encountered her kin while scaling Mount Coronet, where she toyed with them like dolls in a snow globe. Her breath forced Pikachu into a temporary stasis, ears frosted in perfect symmetry, before Dawn's own Glacian thawed the tension. That episode lingered on her loneliness, her form flickering between rage and sorrow, hinting at the woman beneath. You could hear it in the soundtrack, the soft flute mimicking a wedding march gone wrong. Games deepen the mystery. In Platinum, the temple murals depict her as a guardian turned predator, her icicle heart pulsing with otherworldly light. Ultrasun and Moon expand ghost mechanics, showing how Froslass endures beyond time's grasp, her curse-defying decay. No withering for her, she's perpetual winter. And in Legends, Arceus, ancient Hisuian lore paints her as one of the first nobles corrupted by space rifts, her blizzards tearing at reality itself. Imagine clashing with her there, your team battling not just cold, but the raw emotion of a soul cheated by fate. Why does this resonate so deeply as you lie there, eyes heavy? Because Froslass mirrors our own fears of being forgotten, preserved only in memory's ice. She lures not with malice alone, but with the promise of beauty unending. What if she appeared at your window tonight, her breath fogging the glass with spectral patterns? Would you step out, drawn by that graceful sway, or pull the covers tighter? Her story warns us, in the Pokémon world, death doesn't end the hunt, it refines it. Legends persist among breeders too. A Snorant line with a vengeful aura always yields a Froslass, they say, as if the stone senses the grudge within. Competitive players exploit her speed, outspeeding foes before the freeze sets in. But lore-wise, it's her patience that terrifies. She waits in avalanches, cloaked in auroras, selecting prey with deliberate care. One fan theory ties her to Giratina, the distortion world renegade, suggesting her icicles pierce dimensional veils, pulling lost souls into her frozen realm. Plausible, given ghost legendaries at space-time meddling. As we linger in her icy domain, consider the victims she spares. Women sometimes pass untouched, as if she recognizes kin. Children too, hurried home by a gentle flurry rather than lethal frost. It's selective justice, a bride building her legacy one sculpture at a time. In Sword and Shield's snowy Dynamax dens, she reigns supreme, her cry distorting echoes into pleas for mercy. You've journeyed far with me through these spectral tales, from flickering lamps to vengeful dolls and woodland wails. Now, as the frost of Froslass begins to thaw in your mind, prepare for echoes from manga realms that pull even deeper into the shadows. Up next, Chapter 10, Echoes from Manga Realms, where magical Pokémon Journey depicts Sandy's spirit reuniting with Raichu post-tidal wave death, and Pokémon Generation's old chateau ghosts craft illusions of butler and girl to haunt intruders. What reunions and ruses await in those pages? Stay with me and let the whispers continue. In the shadowed corners of Pokémon manga, spirits don't fade quietly into the ether. They reach across realms to reclaim what tragedy tore away. Take magical Pokémon Journey, where a young trainer named Sandy faces the ultimate separation from her beloved Raichu. One fateful day, a massive tidal wave crashes through their world, sweeping Sandy into its merciless depths, while her Raichu clings desperately to the shore, thunderbolts crackling uselessly against the roaring waters. You can almost hear the waves pounding, feel the salt spray on your skin as Sandy's cries echo into silence. She's gone, body lost to the sea, but her spirit? It lingers, a translucent shimmer wandering the beaches, calling out for her partner in electric bursts of faint yellow light. What happens next chills you to the core, yet fills you with a haunting warmth. Sandy's ghost, unbound by death's finality, drifts through misty nights, her form flickering like a candle in the wind. Raichu searches tirelessly, cheeks sparking with grief-fueled static, zapping at shadows that mimic her voice. Days turn to weeks, and Raichu's fur grows matted, eyes hollow from endless vigilance. But here's where the magic unfolds. Sandy's spirit senses her Pokemon's unbreakable bond, drawn back like iron to a magnet. In a moment of pure reunion, she materializes fully, wrapping ethereal arms around Raichu. Sparks fly in joyful reunion, their energies merging in a brilliant display that lights up the darkened coast. No exorcism, no banishment, just two souls defying death's divide. It's a testament to how ghost types in these tales embody unfinished business, pulling you deeper into their spectral embrace as you listen. This story from Magical Pokémon Journey isn't just a one-off tearjerker. It mirrors the core of ghost-type lore we've explored. Where the deceased refused to let go, Sandy's spirit, much like Yamask clutching its human-faced mask, carries the weight of a life cut short, communicating through faint whispers and glows. Imagine lying there, letting this tale wash over you like those same waves, rhythmic and relentless. Does it make you wonder how many such reunions hide in Pokemon's vast mythology? Raichu, once a symbol of vibrant energy, becomes a guardian of the veil, its tail a beacon for lost trainers. The manga artists capture this with delicate line work, Sandy's form semi-transparent, Raichu's cheeks glowing brighter in her presence, their shadows overlapping in eternal harmony. Shifting from beaches to decrepit estates, Pokémon Generations delivers another masterpiece of ghostly cunning in the Old Chateau episode. Deep in the Sinnoh woods stands this crumbling mansion, vines choking its walls like skeletal fingers. Two spirits haunt its halls, the ghost of a loyal butler and a young girl, forever trapped in their final moments. These aren't mindless wraiths, they're master illusionists, crafting visions so vivid they ensnare the mind. Intruders, like curious explorers or unwitting trainers, step inside, and suddenly the air thickens with fabricated horrors. The butler appears first, impeccably dressed in tattered finery, bowing with a smile that doesn't reach his hollow eyes. He serves phantom tea that scalds the tongue, whispers secrets of the house's dark history. But the girl? She's the true heart of the terror. Dressed in a faded gown, she giggles from shadowed corners, her laughter echoing unnaturally. She crafts illusions of playful games turning deadly, floors cracking open to chasms, walls bleeding shadows, Pokémon vanishing into puffs of mist. You've felt that pull before, haven't you? The way these ghosts don't just scare, they immerse you, making your own memories twist. One explorer recounts seeing his childhood home recreated in the dining hall, only for his spectral family to dissolve into accusing glares. The butler's illusion bolsters hers, serving dishes that writhe like living nightmares. Together, they haunt not with claws, but with crafted realities, forcing victims to relive personalized fears. Now, lean in closer, because the twist that binds these manga echoes will linger in your dreams. These illusions don't merely frighten, they blur the line between what's real and what's spectral, trapping minds in looped tragedies. In Magical Pokémon Journey, Sandy's reunion starts as an illusion to Raichu, a flickering hope that solidifies into truth. But what if it looped eternally, her spirit calling forever without merging? In the old chateau, the butler's polite service and the girl's games cycle endlessly, pulling intruders into repeating their own past traumas. A trainer might chase the girl through infinite corridors, only to emerge days later, aged and broken, convinced the mansion is their entire world. Ghosts here weaponize perception, much like Gengar shadowing its victims, or Frozlus freezing hearts mid-lure. Picture it unfolding in painstaking detail. You enter the chateau, floorboards creaking underfoot. The butler materializes, silver tray in hand. "Tea, sir, just as you like it." One sip, and your vision swims. Now you're reliving a personal loss. Perhaps a Pokémon battle gone wrong. Flames from a Charizard eternally scorching your team. The girl skips by. "Play with me." Her illusion warps the room into a sunlit garden, but thorns grow from the flowers, drawing blood that reforms into accusatory faces. Hours pass in seconds, reality frays. Escape feels impossible, your mind ensnared in the loop, just as Sandy's spirit looped the shores before reunion. These manga ghosts teach us that the afterlife's echoes aren't random. They're deliberate, blurring boundaries to either reunite or condemn. Why does this resonate so deeply in Pokemon's ghost lore? Because it echoes the mechanics we've touched on. Ghost types evading capture, slipping through mean look like mist. In these stories, the butler's illusions mimic trick or treat, layering ghostly essence over the living world, forcing a spectral typing on your very thoughts. Sandy's spirit, post-reunion, gains substance through emotional tether, defying the curse that halves life for eternal hauntings. You feel it, don't you? That subtle chill as these tales remind you of Phantom's cries or Burnet's stitches, all converging in manga's intimate panels. The artists amplify the eeriness, stark blacks for shadows, whites glowing for spirits, dialogue bubbles warped like screaming faces. Delve deeper into magical Pokemon Journey's world. Sandy wasn't just any trainer. She and Raichu shared adventures across enchanted lands, battling whimsical foes. The tidal wave strikes during a festival, waves infused with otherworldly rage, perhaps stirred by a sea ghost type like Dragapult's echoes. Sandy's final thought? Raichu, wait for me. Her spirit emerges translucent blue, eyes wide with determination, phasing through obstacles to reach her partner. Raichu, sensing her, unleashes thunderbolts that illuminate her path, their reunion sparking a mega evolution-like glow. Post-reunion, they wander as a pair, helping other lost souls, proving ghosts can heal as much as harm. Contrast that hope with the chateau's despair. Pokémon Generations draws from Sinnoh's folklore, the mansion built on ancient graves. The butler died serving poisoned tea to the girl, accidentally or not. Accounts vary, fueling their joint curse. Their illusions target insecurities. A doubting trainer sees endless defeats. A lonely one, endless abandonment. One victim, a professor, looped for weeks, emerging babbling of endless dinners with the dead. The ghosts feed on this mental entrapment. Growing stronger, their forms sharpening with each cycle. Breaking free requires shattering the illusion, perhaps with a bright light or unbreakable will, akin to Sylph-scope revelations. These manga realms expand ghost-type behaviors beyond games and anime. Sandy's reunion humanizes spirits like Duskull, guarding not just souls but bonds. The Chateau duo prefigures Giratina's distortions, warping space with mind traps. Ever pondered how these stories influence your own Pokémon journeys? Lying here, letting the words drift like Drifloon strings, you realize ghosts aren't villains. They're mirrors of our regrets, luring us to confront or embrace them. But these illusions reach a fever pitch in their most insidious form. Victims don't just see, they feel. The butler's gloved hand ice cold on your shoulder, the girl's hair brushing like spider silk. Looped tragedies replay with variations. Sandy's wave crashes anew in dreams. Raichu's sparks fizzling out eternally unless you intervene mentally. In the manga, a bystander witnesses a trainer trapped, mouthing silent screams as illusions cycle. The ghosts whisper temptations. Stay with us forever. Reality blurs so thoroughly. Some never leave, becoming new illusions themselves. Eternal servants or playmates. This depth pulls you in, doesn't it? From Sandy's triumphant return to the chateau's psychological maze, manga ghosts craft narratives that soothe and unsettle, perfect for these late-night listens. They remind us that every Pokédex entry hides manga-level stories waiting to ensnare your imagination. As these echoes from manga realms fade into whispers, prepare yourself for the colossal force lurking in shattered dimensions. Up next, Giratina's distorted exile awaits, a banished legend twisting space-time itself, where reality fractures beyond any illusion. What secrets does this ghost dragon guard in its endless void? Stay with me and let the distortion pull you under. In the shadowed corners of Pokémon lore, where manga spirits like Sandy and the old Chateau duo fade into whispers, a far greater force stirs. Giratina, the sole ghost type among the legendary Pokémon, was cast out by Arceus himself into the distortion world, a realm of inverted chaos where gravity bends and realities fracture like shattered glass. You can almost feel the pull of that exile, can't you? A being so powerful, so primal, that even the creator deity deemed it too dangerous to roam free. Not as a punishment, but as a necessary banishment. Arceus, the alpha Pokémon shaping the universe from its plates of creation, birthed Giratina as one facet of existence. Legends whisper that Giratina emerged alongside Dialga and Palkia, the trio embodying time, space, and the antimatter that balances them. But where Dialga commands the flow of moments, and Palkia stretches the fabric of dimensions, Giratina twisted it all into something darker. Its presence warped the newborn world, threatening to unravel the delicate order Arceus had woven. In a cataclysmic clash, Arceus hurled Giratina through a rift, sealing it away in the distortion world, a mirror realm where up is down, left is right, and time loops in endless defiance. There alone as the lone ghost legendary, Giratina reigns supreme. No other Pokémon dares enter its domain. It warps space-time with effortless malice, folding portals like paper and dragging intruders into voids of nothingness. Pokédex entries paint it vividly. In Platinum, it's described as a Pokémon that quietly gazed upon the world from the distortion world, aroused by the abuse of dimensional energies. Heart Gold notes its massive body, capable of chewing anything with its sturdy fangs. 6 shadowy wings propelling it through the anti-void. You might wonder, what drives such a creature? Is it rage from its exile, or an innate hunger to invert the balance? Giratina's altered form is the one most trainers glimpse, its serpentine body cloaked in gold and black armour, eyes glowing with otherworldly crimson. This is the shadowy embodiment of destruction, a spectre that emerges from tears in reality to challenge worlds. In the anime's Diamond and Pearl series, it first burst forth during the Spear Pillar crisis, its roar shaking Mount Coronet as it clashed with Dialga and Palkia. Cyrus, the Team Galactic leader, sought to harness its power to remake the universe in his image, but Giratina dragged him into its world instead, a poetic justice for meddling with forces beyond mortal grasp. That emergence wasn't random. It sensed the distortion caused by human folly, rising like a vengeful shadow to restore, or perhaps enforce, its own twisted equilibrium. But delve deeper, and Giratina's true nature reveals layers of eerie fascination. As the ghost-type pinnacle, it defies death itself, its ghostly essence unbound by the afterlife that claims lesser spirits. Unlike the wandering souls of Phantump or the vengeful Frostlass we've explored, Giratina operates on a cosmic scale. It doesn't lure victims or possess dolls, it reshapes existence. In Pokémon Legends, Arceus, you confront its wrath in the Hisui region's Turnback Cave, a labyrinth of reversed paths leading to its domain. Navigate those floating platforms and reversed waterfalls, and you'll summon it, not for battle, but for a tense alliance against greater threats. Feel that chill? That's Giratina's aura seeping through, a reminder that even heroes tread lightly near the renegade. What makes its exile so haunting is the solitude. Banished eons ago, it broods in silence, its body adapting to the distortion world's harsh inversion. No companions, no battles for sport, just the endless warp of space-time. Pokédex lore from Black and White calls it the ruler of the distortion world, appearing when dimensional worldviews are warped. It's as if Giratina polices the boundaries, punishing those who fray the veil between realms. Imagine the weight of that isolation, a legendary Pokémon, godlike in power, reduced to guardian of the abyss. yet it never fully submits. Periodic rifts allow it to slither back, testing the worlds it once threatened to destroy. Now here's the revelation that ties it all together. Giratina's origin. Form, unlocked only in the heart of the distortion world, reveals its primordial link to antimatter. This form sheds the armored shell for a raw, spider-like horror, golden tendrils writhing from a black core, wings like jagged voids. Antimatter, the opposite of all matter, inverts reality itself. Giratina doesn't just warp space, it annihilates and rebirths it. In Platinum's climax, when you don the Griseous orb, Giratina transforms, its power surging to flip the battlefield upside down. Platforms hover, attacks curve unnaturally, and your own Pokémon feel the pull of inverted physics. This isn't mere legend, it's the essence of ghost-type defiance, a force that cancels existence and spawns new shadows from the void. You see, Giratina embodies the destructive shadow to Arceus's light. While creation builds, Giratina unravels. Souls unbound, worlds challenged. In the movies like Giratina and the Sky Warrior, it allies uneasily with humans against rogue legendaries, showing a flicker of nobility beneath the rage. Zero, the antagonist, poisons its world with dimensional toxins, forcing Giratina to seal itself away again. That self-imposed exile? A noble act, perhaps, mirroring its original banishment? Or is it pride, refusing to let others tarnish its domain? Trainers who dare summon it know the peril. Shadow Force, its signature move, vanishes into another dimension before striking with ghostly fury, evading all harm. In competitive battles, its pressure ability drains foes' focus, much like its warping gaze drains sanity. But lore-wise, it's more profound. Giratina guards the lost souls that slip between cracks, echoes of the deceased unbound, much like the ghost types we've wandered through. Dreyfloon lures to the skies, Yamask weeps human tears, but Giratina swallows worlds whole. Consider the implications for our own world. What if Giratina's distortions bleed through? In games like Ultrasun and Ultramoon, rifts hint at multiversal threats, with Giratina as the unseen sentinel. Fan theories abound. Is it truly evil, or the necessary counterweight? Arceus banished it, but without Giratina, would Dialga and Palkia's powers spiral unchecked? You feel that pull of uncertainty, don't you? The thrill of a legendary that's equal parts destroyer and balancer. Its Pokédex entries evolve with each generation, deepening the mystery. Sword calls it a Pokémon that can freely travel between the real world and the distortion world. Legends. Arceus portrays it as aggressive toward disturbers of natural order. Each snippet builds the portrait of an exiled monarch, shadowy wings folded in eternal vigil. Anime episodes like The Rise of Darkrai nod to its influence, with space-time anomalies rippling from its realm. Even in manga like Pokémon Adventures, it manipulates Turnback Cave to ensnare intruders, its ghostly presence a fog of dread. As you drift deeper into this lore, sense how Giratina's exile shapes all ghost types. It's the apex predator of the ethereal, proving that even gods can be outcasts. Its warped domain, a graveyard of inverted realities, holds secrets that challenge everything you know. But why does it emerge at moments of crisis? To destroy or to correct? That shadowy form, pulsing with destructive intent, has toppled empires in lore, from Cyrus's downfall to Hisui's upheavals. And now, the true revelation sinks in. That origin form isn't just a battle gimmick. Tied to antimatter, it inverts reality itself, flipping typings, stats, even the flow of battle. Matter meets antimatter, and poof, existence unravels. In the distortion world, where you battle it post-game in Platinum, every step defies logic. Colours invert, sounds echo backward, and Giratina hovers like a black hole incarnate. This is ghost lore at its most cosmic, a lone legendary warping space-time from its prison. You've journeyed through children's ghosts, frozen brides, manga reunions, and now this renegade exile. Giratina's story lingers, doesn't it? A chill that seeps into your dreams, promising more shadows ahead. But hold that thought, because up next in Spectral Mechanics Unveiled, we peel back the veil on how these spirits evade traps, curse eternally, and bend battles in ways that defy death itself. What hidden rules let ghosts endure forever? You won't want to miss it. Wait, there's more to Giratina's saga that demands your attention. In the Pokémon World Championships lore or side stories, trainers recount encounters where its portal yawns open unexpectedly, swallowing teams whole. One tale from the official site describes the explorer lost in Sinnoh's depths, pulled into the distortion world only to emerge days later, aged decades in reverse. Time dilation, courtesy of the lone ghost legendary. Its 6 wings aren't mere appendages, they're conduits, shredding dimensional barriers like tissue. Delve into its stats for a moment. Base 150 attack and special attack, paired with levitate for immunity to ground moves. But lore transcends numbers. Giratina embodies the ghost type's core, souls unbound, manifesting destruction. Unlike Bonetta's dull revenge or Litwick's life-siphoning flame, Giratina's haunt is universal. It challenges worlds not with petty grudges, but with existential threats. In Diamond's Pokédex, it's tearing the dimensional walls for fun, a playful destroyer in exile's boredom. Anime fans recall its movie Roar, a guttural echo that vibrates bones, summoning storms across regions. That shadowy form emerges sporadically, like in episode 659, where it pursues intruders, warping its home. Arceus's banishment echoes biblical falls, but Pokémon twists it into spectral poetry. Revelation upon revelation, the Grisius orb, found in Stark Mountain, calls to its origin state, antimatter surging, like a dark Big Bang. Feel the weight of its solitude again, eons in the distortion world, watching our realm through cracks. Does it envy Dialga's temporal throne, or Palkia's spatial empire? Or does it plot return? Platinum's post-game beckons you there, a voluntary plunge into madness. Survive the 21 rooms of Turnback Cave, align the pillars, and face it. Victory? It flees deeper, but leaves shards of its world, proof of the warp. Giratina ties ghost lore together. From Yamask's masks to its antimatter core, all invert the living world. Phantump seeks friends in woods. Giratina seeks balance in voids. Froslas freezes beauty. Giratina freezes reality. Manga echoes amplify. In Diamond and Pearl adventures, it battles alongside heroes against Cyrus, its ghostly alliance fragile as mist. As sleep tugs at you, let Giratina's exile whisper lullabies of distortion. Its story, from banishment to emergence, destruction embodied, culminates in that origin revelation. Antimatter inverts all, your perceptions included. And just as its rifts tease more, Spectral Mechanics Unveiled awaits. Unveiling how ghosts slip chains, curse without end, and mock mortality's grasp. The rules that make them immortal. They're closer than you think. As Giratina lurks in its twisted exile, forever warping the boundaries between worlds, you might wonder how these spectral beings slip through the grasp of even the most unyielding forces in battle. The answer lies in a profound shift that came with Generation 6, where ghost types were granted the ultimate expression of their unbound nature. They evade traps like Mean Look or Shadow Tag entirely, slipping away like mist through fingers, embodying a freedom that no chain can hold. Picture a trainer desperately trying to lock down a wild Gengar with Mean Look, only for it to vanish into the ether, laughing silently as it flees the wild encounter altogether. This isn't just a game mechanic, it's lore made manifest. Ghosts, as souls untethered from the afterlife, refuse confinement. They drift where they will, guardians of the lost or harbingers of doom, answering to no mortal command. You feel that chill now, don't you? the realization that these Pokémon aren't bound by the rules that snare others. In Pokémon X and Y, released in 2013, this evasion became canon, reflecting centuries of whispered tales from the Pokédex. Take Drifloon, that deceptively cheerful balloon drifting through Sinnoh skies. It lures children away on endless journeys, its string a promise of escape from the world's harsh realities. When a trainer spots it in the wild and tries to trap it with spiderweb or block, Drifloon simply deflates into nothingness, evading capture as naturally as it evades death itself. Or consider Dusclops, the shadowy sentinel with its single glowing eye. It guards wandering spirits in dusty towers, and in battle, no ability pins it down. Shadow tag? Futile. Mean look? A mere glance that passes through its ethereal form. This freedom underscores their essence, souls that have shed mortal coils, wandering eternally without tether. But what if a ghost type chooses not to flee? What power do they wield when they linger, cursing their foes with an otherworldly touch? Enter Trick or Treat, a move introduced in the same generation, a spectral prank that forces any Pokémon to gain the ghost typing, no matter its original form. Imagine unleashing it on a mighty Steelix, its rocky hide impervious to many strikes, only to watch purple mist envelop it, cursing the beast with ghostly essence. Now it's vulnerable to the very shadows it once ignored, its defences pierced by the supernatural. This isn't random mischief. It's a deep curse echoing the rituals of ancient shamans who bound spirits to the living. In lore, Yamas carries the mask of its former human face, weeping tears of memory. Trick or Treat mirrors that invasion, draping an unwilling victim in the shroud of the dead, making them feel the weight of souls long gone. Think about the strategy here as you sink deeper into this nocturnal tale. A Pumpkaboo under the moonlight uses Trick or Treat on your opponent's Dragonite, suddenly rendering it frail to fairy moves, while boosting its own ghostly synergies. Pumpkaboo, born from carved pumpkins infused with grudge energy, embodies Halloween's vengeful spirits. By forcing the ghost type, it doesn't just change stats, it transforms the battlefield into a haunted realm, where every foe bears the mark of the afterlife. And this curse lingers, a persistent typing that trainers must adapt to or perish. You can almost hear the whispers of resentment from the Pokédex. Ghosts don't ask permission to haunt. They impose their presence, eternally dooming the living to share their limbo. Yet the spectral arsenal grows darker still. Curse, that infamous technique, takes on a macabre twist for ghost types, halving their own hit points to inflict a withering curse on the foe, one that drains life each turn until doom claims victory. It's a soul-binding ritual straight from forbidden tomes, where the caster sacrifices vitality to ensnare another's essence. A Dusknoir, with its cavernous body, said to ferry souls to the other side, might invoke Curse, its HP plummeting as shadowy tendrils latch onto the target. Turn after turn, the curse saps strength, mirroring the slow fade of life force, stolen by Litwick's flickering flame. Litwick, that candle Pokémon masquerading as a lamplight, draws Granny's final breaths to fuel its glow, guiding the elderly to peaceful ends, or so it seems. Curse captures that duality, self-inflicted pain for eternal retribution. Have you ever pondered the bravery required? A ghost type like Bennett, stitched from a discarded doll fueled by a child's grudge, pours its fragile life into Curse, emerging stronger from the brink. Its megaform amplifies this, eyes blazing with intensified rage, seeking not just revenge, but domination. In battle simulations from those early Gen 6 days, trainers learned quickly, a cursed foe dwindles while the ghost endures, immune to many hazards, slipping through rapid spin or defog unscathed. This mechanic ties directly to their immortality theme. While some ghosts fade, like the spirits in Sun and Moon Tales, others persist indefinitely, time holding no sway over their spectral forms. Let's delve deeper into how this evasion reshapes encounters. Wild ghosts auto-flee from battles, a nod to their restless wandering. You're hiking through Pinwheel Forest at dusk, a phantump rustling among the trees, the lost spirit of a child seeking playmates. You throw a Pokeball, but before it connects, Phantump phases out, leaving only echoing giggles. This unbound freedom prevents endless grinding, but more importantly, it honours the law. Phantump don't want capture. They crave connection, flitting away from those unworthy. In competitive play, it counters stall teams reliant on trapping, forcing adaptation. Ghost types dance on the edge, evading pursuit, striking from shadows. Now expand that to Trick or Treat's battlefield poetry. Against a grounded powerhouse like Excadrill, a Trevenant, ancient tree spirit harbouring grudge, applies the move, cursing it with ghost typing. Suddenly, Excadrill fears its own earthquake less but dreads the incoming Shadow Ball. Trevenant, rooted in graves, protects the departed. This move extends that guardianship, cursing intruders with otherworldly frailty. Pokédex lore whispers of Cofagrigus, Yamaska's evolution, trapping souls in golden sarcophagi. Trick or Treat is the prelude, marking the victim for such a tomb. And Curse, its half HP gamble creates nail-biting tension. A Jellicent, queen of the seas with her watery veils hiding drowned grudges, halves her health to curse a foe. Each turn, the drain mirrors the slow drowning of sailors, lured by her siren call. Jellicent's Prevolution. Frillish drifts aimlessly, collecting souls from shipwrecks. The mechanic embodies sacrifice for eternity. Ghosts trade fleeting life for binding doom. In doubles battles, chain curses across teams, watching opponents crumble as your spectres endure. These Gen 6 revelations didn't emerge in a vacuum. They built on prior hauntings, like Gengar's shadow-stealing hunger, possibly once human itself, craving company through death. But now, with evasion, ghosts truly embody liberation. No more pinned like Misdreavus in whirlwinds, they phase free. Trainers adapted, developing workarounds like Pursuit or ghost-immune trappers. But the core freedom persists, across generations, refined in Ultrasun and Moon. Consider real-world echoes in strategy guides from 2013 forums, buzzing with awe. Ghosts are untouchable now. Players marvelled, mirroring Pokédex awe at Drifblim's victim-laden flights, highest base stat total among flying ghosts at 548. Drifblim evades traps effortlessly, ballooning away with stolen souls. You sense the poetry, mechanics as lore extensions, unbound spirits defying control. Yet this power comes laced with vulnerability. Ghosts falter against their own kind sometimes, or dark types pierce the veil. Still, their evasion grants breathing room, a spectral dance. Imagine commanding a Mimikyu, its ragged Pikachu cloth hiding a form that curses touches to death. Trick or Treat on a foe, then curse for the kill. Pure chilling synergy. As we unravel these threads, from evasion's whisper to curse's binding scream, you feel the veil thinning further. But the hauntings don't end in code. They leap from pixels to screen in vivid anime encounters, where ghosts clash with trainers in ways that'll leave you breathless. Up next, anime's ghostly encounters awaits, pulling you into episodes where spectral showdowns blur reality and nightmare. Wait, there's more to savour in this spectral symphony. Let's linger on how these mechanics interplay in prolonged battles, drawing from Kalos League tales. A ghost type like Aegislash, the royal sword and shield animated by Grudge, evades mean look from a pursuing Weavile, then counters with Trick or Treat, cursing the Dark Ice foe into ghostly peril. Aegislash guards ancient relics, its form shifting like a restless soul. Curse follows, halving its King's Shield HP, but the drain ensures victory, a ritual of royal retribution. Delve into team-building whispers. Pair a evasive Ghost Lid with Curse support. The foe's stall crumbles. Gorgeist, Trevenant's Pumpkinkin, spreads Trick or Treat across the field. turning a physical wall into a spectral sieve. Her lore? Jack-o'-lanterns wandering eternally, cursing the living. You build strategies around this freedom, evading pursuit while dooming pursuers. From Deuceklops evading in dusty gyms to Dusknoir's curse in deathly arenas, these powers persist. In remakes like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, ghosts flee wild seas, unbound even by oceans. Mechanics evolve, but the core, freedom, cursing essence, soul-binding, holds. Reflect on Bennet's doll heart, pulsing with curse energy. Discarded and revived, it halves itself to drag others into oblivion. Mega Bennet's curse intensifying shadows. Players recount tales of comeback victories. HP halved but spirits unbroken. Phantom and Trevenant in forests. Evasion lets them play tag eternally. Trick or treat cursing loggers invading groves. Frostless, from earlier chills, now evades with icy grace, cursing foes to frozen doom. Giratina's legacy lingers here too. Its distortion aids evasion, space itself bending. But all ghosts share this Gen 6 gift. As battles rage, these mechanics whisper eternal truths. Ghosts are free, they curse, they bind. You've journeyed through their unveiled powers now, feeling the chill deepen. And soon, anime's ghostly encounters will summon those screen-born spectres, where Dusknoir battles ghost girls, and Marowak's spirit haunts towers, drawing you ever closer to the heart of the haunt. In the Pokémon anime, ghost types burst from the shadows, not as mere mechanics, but as living echoes of unfinished business, snatching souls and weaving tales that blur the line between our world and the beyond. You've felt the chill of their evasion in battles, how they slip free from every trap. But now step deeper into those stories where trainers face kidnappings by spectral hands and reunions that shatter the silence of the grave. Take the Diamond and Pearl series, where the nights grow thick with peril from wandering spirits eager to claim the living. Picture a foggy canal town shrouded in perpetual twilight. The episode unfolding like a whisper from the mist. A mischievous ghost girl, her form pale and ethereal, drifts through the streets, luring unsuspecting victims into her watery domain. She doesn't attack with claws or curses. No, she simply reaches out, her touch pulling people into a dreamlike abduction, ferrying them away on currents no boat could follow. Dawn, Brock, and Piplup fall prey first, vanishing into the haze, their cries swallowed by the fog. But then comes Dusknoir, the guardian of lost souls, materializing like a sentinel from the underworld. His single glowing eye pierces the gloom, and with a commanding presence, he counters the ghost girl's spree. Dusknoir doesn't fight with brute force. He embodies protection, wrapping victims in his shadowy embrace to shield them from the pull of the afterlife. You can almost hear the low rumble of his voice, echoing through the night, a promise that no spirit will claim the living without a reckoning. This isn't just a battle, it's a rescue mission into the heart of ghostly mischief, where Dusknoir proves himself the unbreakable barrier between worlds. And it's not a one-off tale. Throughout Diamond and Pearl, Dusknoir emerges time and again as the Redeemer, thwarting kidnappings that feel all too personal. In another shadowed encounter, ghostly figures haunt a lakeside retreat, dragging trainers towards submerged ruins filled with forgotten treasures and older grudges. Brock senses the unrest first, his Croa gunk twitching at the unnatural cold. Ash charges in, Pikachu sparking against the intangible foes, but it's Dusknoir's arrival that turns the tide. He manipulates the very shadows around him, forming barriers that the ghosts can't cross. His Pokédex lore coming alive as he guards those teetering on the edge of the spectral realm. What drives these abductions? Loneliness, perhaps, or a compulsion to share their eternal isolation? You feel it in every frame, the way the screen dims, the music swells with haunting flutes, pulling you into that same unease. Trainers don't just win, they glimpse the sorrow behind the hauntings, leaving you to wonder if every shadow hides a story begging to be heard. Fast forward to the XY series, and the Lavender Tower stands as a monolith of mourning, its spires piercing Carlos skies like fingers clawing for remembrance. Here the air hangs heavy with the scent of wilted flowers and unspoken farewells. The tower, once a Pokémon cemetery, pulses with residual energy, drawing our heroes into a poignant reunion that tugs at the heart. A lone Cubone wanders its halls, clutching its bone club like a lifeline, its cries echoing off crumbling walls. But through the haze revealed by the gleam of a sylph scope emerges the spirit of its mother, Marowak. Transparent yet fiercely protective, her form flickers with the fire of unresolved love. She doesn't seek revenge or abduction, she yearns for closure. Ash and friends watch breathless as the ghost Marowak approaches her child, nuzzling close in a moment that defies death itself. The Cubone, sensing her presence beyond the veil, finally stills its sobs. With that tender connection restored, Marowak's spirit fades into peaceful light, ascending to whatever rest awaits. It's a scene that lingers, doesn't it? The way the tower's ghosts whisper regrets, only to find solace in bonds unbroken by time. Lavender Tower isn't a place of terror. It's a testament to how ghost types in the anime grant peace through presence, reminding you that even the departed crave family as much as the living do. These encounters ripple through the series, each one layering the lore with emotional depth. Remember the old mansion episodes, where Shuppet and Burnett possess dolls in attics, their stitched grins hiding vendettas against discarders? Serena shivers as a Burnett's zipper-mouth chatters curses, its quest for revenge turning a simple exploration into a puppet master's nightmare. Or the forest paths where Phantump drift like lost lanterns, their treetop heads rustling with the voices of children, forever seeking playmates. Clement's inventions falter against their illusions, forcing the group to confront the innocence twisted into hauntings. You start to see patterns, don't you? Ghost types don't haunt at random. They mirror human frailties, pulling you into their pain to make sense of their own. Then there's the Sun and Moon era, where the islands of Alola breathe with ancient spirits, and ghosts reveal their dual fates, some destined to fade into mist, others locked in timeless vigils. In misty beachside tales, a Litwick guides lost fishermen with its flickering flame, only to dim as its purpose is fulfilled, dissolving like morning dew. You hear the waves crashing as the trainer thanks it, watching the Wick spirit wink out. Its life force return to the cycle, but others endure. Take the guardian ghosts of ruined shrines, Yamask clutching masks etched with human anguish. Standing sentinel over graves, they refuse to leave. One episode unfolds at dusk, where a Cofagrigus rises from sarcophagus sands, its golden arms enfolding a desecrated tomb. It doesn't attack, it seals the intruder in a golden prison, preserving the sanctity of the dead. Ash learns this the hard way, breaking free only after promising respect. And the vigils? Unyielding. A Delmise haunts shipwrecks, its anchor seaweed whipping storms to protect sunken secrets, eternal as the ocean itself. Sun and Moon teaches you this truth. Not all ghosts seek the light. Some choose the watch, their forms woven into the world's fabric, fading only when the vigil ends, or never at all. These anime moments aren't isolated. They echo across episodes, building a tapestry of spectral empathy. In Johto's ghost ship legends, a Gengar lurks in fog-shrouded vessels, mimicking lost sailors to lure the curious aboard, its grin a gateway to madness. Misty faces her fears there, her Psyduck accidentally banishing it with confusion. Or Kanto's Pokémon Tower revisits, where Team Rocket unleashes ghastly swarms, only for the ghosts to turn on them, preferring playful pranks over malice. What unites them? A hunger for connection. Dryfloon floats by beaches, offering rides to children before whisking them skyward, its balloon body a deceptive invitation to adventure. James recounts his own childhood brush with one, voice trembling in the retelling. You feel the pull, the temptation to let go and drift. Deeper still, the anime humanizes these Pokémon. Frostlass glides through snowy peaks, her icy veil hiding a woman's betrayed soul, freezing wanderers not from hate, but to preserve them eternally by her side. In a chilling XY arc, she ensnares a mountaineer, her breath frosting the lens until Bonnie's warmth thaws the curse. And Giratina? Though legendary, it shadows episodes from Sinnoh onward, its crimson eyes peering from rifts, a banished force testing the veil between realities. Dawn dreams of its roar, waking to distortions in the air. These stories make you question, are ghost types truly Pokémon, or fragments of us all, unbound and aching? The Diamond and Pearl kidnappings show their playful peril, XY's tower the redemptive glow, Sun and Moon the bittersweet endurance. Trainers emerge changed, carrying that chill as wisdom. Ash stares into fog-shrouded nights, pondering spirits unseen. Brock brews teas to ward off unease. You, listening now, feel it too. The gentle weight of presences just beyond sight. But what lies beneath these encounters? The origins that birthed such restless souls. The evolutions that twist them into new forms of eternity. Up next, in Hidden Origins and Evolutions, we'll unearth secrets that will redefine every haunt you've ever chased, pulling back layers you never knew existed. Stay with me as the shadows deepen. What if the true horror of ghost types lies not in their ghostly appearances, but in the evolutions that unlock their deepest, most vengeful secrets? You've journeyed through those chilling anime encounters, from Dusknoir's rescues to Marowak's heartfelt farewell. But now, we peel back the veil on origins long buried, and transformations that bind souls forever. These aren't mere level-ups or stone triggers. They're awakenings of spectral rage, pulling lost essences from the shadows into forms that haunt the living world. Consider the Mistravus line, those floating wisps that drift through misty nights, their cries piercing the silence like shards of forgotten screams. You might hear one first as a faint, eerie wail echoing from an old attic or abandoned well, a sound designed to jolt you from your sleep, to make your heart race in the dead of night. That shriek isn't random. It's a deliberate lure, startling prey into paralysis, drawing them closer to its glowing red eyes and serpentine body. Trainers who capture them often whisper of sleepless nights, haunted by those piercing calls that mimic the voices of the lost. But when a duskstone touches its ethereal form, everything changes. It evolves into Miss Magius, no longer just a screamer, but a sorceress of spells, cloaked in tattered robes that whisper curses on the wind. Transformation unfolding before you, the Mistravus spins wildly, its body elongating into a witch-like silhouette, hat materializing from swirling mist. Now possessive to its core, Miss Magius doesn't just startle, it ensnares. Its spells weave through the air, binding foes with threads of dark magic, forcing obedience or driving them mad with illusions of their deepest fears. Pokédex entries tell of it cursing those who disturb graves, its chants echoing grudges from centuries past. Have you ever wondered why some Miss Magius linger near ancient ruins? They're not guarding treasure, they're claiming souls, turning wanderers into puppets for their eternal coven. One tale from Sinnoh speaks of a Miss Magius that possessed an entire village, making elders dance to forgotten tunes until dawn broke their trance. You feel that pull, don't you? That sense of something ancient watching, waiting to cast its next spell on you. Shifting from these spell-weaving spectres, let's uncover Spiritomb, a being born from the ultimate act of containment. Imagine a forbidden stone, etched with ancient runes, cracked open by human folly in the mountains of Sinnoh. From that fissure erupts not one ghost, but 108 spirits, fractured souls of sinners, warriors, and the betrayed, each denied passage to the afterlife. These aren't peaceful remnants, they're a seething grudge, unbreakable and eternal, fused into a single, jagged prison. The odd keystone, as it's called, was meant to seal away malice, but when enough spirits possess it, precisely 108, no more, no less, it manifests as Spiritomb, a swirling vortex of faces trapped in stone. You can almost hear their murmurs, overlapping wails rising from the keystone like a choir of the damned. Spiritomb doesn't evolve in the traditional sense. It awakens fully formed, its grudge incarnate, refusing to yield even in battle. Legends say it was created by ancient people to punish the wicked, but now it roams freely, binding anyone who tries to shatter its prison. Try to catch it, and those 108 eyes glare back, their collective hatred forming barriers no Pokeball can pierce without consent. In the games, linking keystones across regions builds its power, mirroring how real-world folklore binds spirits to objects for control. But control it, never fully. Spiritomb's forbidden tomb. Nature ensures its grudge endures, haunting roots and caves, whispering promises of revenge to those who listen too long. What secrets do those 108 hold, you ask? Tales of betrayal, murder, and oaths unkept, each face a story that could chill your blood. And here's where it twists darker still. Not all evolutions free spirits, they trap them outright. Take Yamask, the mournful mask-bearer, drifting through ruins with a porcelain face that weeps human tears. Each Yamask clutches a mask from its former life, a relic of the person it once was, eyes leaking fluid that carries memories of joy, pain, and untimely death. You see it in their Pokédex depictions, hands pressed to that face as if stifling sobs from a life cut short. They wander graveyards, reenacting final moments, dropping to their knees in eternal lament. But evolution via dusk changes everything profoundly. When Yamask becomes Cofagrigus, its body blooms into a golden sarcophagus, ornate and tomb-like, lined with arms that snatch souls mid-flight. This isn't ascension, it's incarceration. Cofagrigus seals away wandering spirits within its hollow form, preventing any passage to the afterlife, dooming them to rattle inside forever as its power source. Imagine the horror, a soul finally ready to move on, only to be yanked into that gilded prison, joining dozens more in muffled cries. Trainers report Cofagrigus lurking in pyramids, their lids creaking open to reveal glowing eyes within, stolen essences, fueling spells of gold and shadow. One explorer's journal, unearthed from Unova's deserts, describes a Cofagrigus that absorbed an entire team's fainted Pokémon, their forms vanishing into its depths, never to return. Does it protect graves, as some say, or does it hoard the dead, denying them peace? You decide, but that twist lingers, doesn't it? The evolution that chains rather than liberates. These hidden origins ripple through other ghost lines too, revealing patterns of loss and retribution. Litwick starts as a candle flickering in haunted manors, its blue flame innocent enough, drawing you in with gentle light, but it feeds subtly, absorbing life force from weary travellers who rest too near, their vitality fueling its growth. Evolve it with a dusk stone, and Lampent emerges, a hanging lantern with a perpetual scythe-like arm, guiding souls not to peace, but toward Chandelure's full blaze. Chandelure, the luring light, hypnotizes with elegant fire dances, draining life completely, its origins tied to ancient lamps that lured sailors to doom. You feel drawn in, right? That warmth promising rest, but hiding a devouring hunger. Then there's Bennett, born from discarded toys abandoned by thoughtless children. These plush dolls, left to rot in dumps, absorb ambient resentment until their button eyes snap open, possessed by vengeful spirits seeking their former owners. Mega Evolution amplifies this curse, stuffing itself with even darker malice, needles flying like accusations. Phantump and Trevenant follow suit. Phantump as the spirits of lost children fused with tree stumps in foggy woods, crying free to mimic tree, forever seeking playmates, evolve to trevenant, and it becomes a walking tree haunted by multiple child ghosts, roots ensnaring intruders who harm its forest home. Frostlass takes a woman's frozen soul, crystallizing into an icy maiden who lures mountaineers with beauty, freezing them solid. Her evolution from Snorunt, a glacial trap of eternal winter. Drifloon floats innocently at beaches, balloon-like, offering rides to lonely kids, only to carry them skyward, never to return. Evolving to Driftblim, a massive airship of doom with the highest stats in its class, baskets overflowing with unfortunate passengers. Duskull, the puppeteer of shadows, guards lost children in the fog, evolving through trades into Dusklops and then Dusk Noir, Death's herald with a radar-like eye to track escaping souls. Gengar, shadowed by whispers of human origins, multiplies shadows to kill for companionship. Its mega form, a grinning abyss. These evolutions aren't random, they echo a cycle of unfinished business. Grudges evolving into weapons. In the manga, like Pokémon Generations, echoes, ghosts possessing objects, evolving grudges into illusions that trap the living. Mechanics reinforce this, from Gen 6 evasion of traps, embodying freedom, to Curse's self-sacrifice, mirroring soul-binding rituals. Ghost types endure beyond time, but some fade. Like those in Sun and Moon tales, their evolution's a final grasp at immortality. You've uncovered these hidden truths now. The shrieks that evolve into spells, stones binding endless grudges, masks trapping souls in golden tombs. But what awaits in the shadows of the graves themselves? Up next, Graveyard Sentinels reveal the unyielding watchers who ensure no spirit escapes its plot. Their secrets, more terrifying than you can imagine. Stay with me as we venture deeper. I hope you're as amazed by this as I am. If you want to stay updated on more content like this, make sure to subscribe and join our community of curious minds. Trust me, what's coming next will challenge everything you thought you knew. In the shadowed corners of Pokémon graveyards, ancient sentinels stand eternal watch, their forms etched from the very grudges they were born to contain. Have you ever wondered what happens when a spirit's rage refuses to fade, binding itself to unyielding stone? These guardians, Runerigus and Poltergeist, embody that unrelenting fury, transforming graveyards into bastions where the living and the dead find an uneasy truce. Picture the misty fields of Galar's cemeteries at dusk, where Yamask once wandered with its sorrowful mask. But not all masks crumble into dust. Some evolve beyond their weeping origins, hardening into something far more formidable. Runerigus emerges when a Yamask's grudge grows too potent to contain in fragile porcelain. It presses that malice into the earth itself, shifting ancient grudges directly into stone. The ground yields to its will, rising up as a colossal stone body that becomes its new vessel. You can almost hear the groan of rock as it awakens, infused with centuries of bottled resentment. What makes Runerigus truly mesmerizing is how it wields that absorbed malice. One arm remains ghostly pale, a remnant of its Yamask days, forever reaching out like a spectral hand from the grave. But the other? It morphs seamlessly into the stone, becoming a massive, rune-carved limb capable of crushing boulders or foes with equal indifference. Those glowing yellow markings on its body aren't mere decoration. They're conduits for the grudges it has claimed. Pokédex scholars note how Runerigus was once a simple soul carrier, but now it patrols ruins and burial grounds, pulling vengeful spirits into its stony embrace before they can spill over into the world of the living. Imagine stumbling upon one in the dead of night, its stone arm slamming down to seal away a howling ghost before it can drag you into the shadows. It's not aggression for its own sake, you see. This sentinel is binding chaos one grudge at a time. Trainers who've encountered Runerigus in the wild tell tales of its eerie patrols, In the Isle of Armor, one explorer described how it emerged from a crumbling tomb, its stone arm elongating unnaturally to snatch a rampaging spirit mid-air. The air grew thick with the scent of wet earth and decay as the grudge was absorbed, the runes pulsing brighter with each soul it claimed. Runa Regus doesn't speak, doesn't reason. It simply enforces balance, turning potential hauntings into inert rock. And here's something that might send a shiver down your spine. Those runes. They're said to be writings from ancient Galarian kings, curses they inscribed to protect their own tombs. By morphing its arm with that malice, Runa Regus becomes a living archive of forgotten vendettas, ensuring they never resurface to plague the innocent. But graveyards hold more than just stone-clad wardens. Lurking in the overgrown patios of abandoned manors and forgotten crypts are spirits that twist hospitality into horror. Poltergeist, born from spinny tales discarded in attics and cellars, haunts antique tea sets with a grudge as scalding as boiling water. This teapot phantom pours out not refreshment, but pure vengeful steam that burns the soul itself. You might think a haunted teapot sounds whimsical, almost charming, but cross-poltergeist at your peril. Its story begins with neglect. Spiny tales, those playful teacup sprites, evolve when bitterness festers from years of being left to gather dust. They possess fine porcelain sets, their grudge manifesting as an endless supply of scalding liquid. Witnesses in Gala's old estates report pots levitating off shelves, lids rattling furiously before unleashing torrents of near-boiling tea that doesn't just scald flesh, it sears the spirit, leaving victims racked with phantom pains long after the burns heal. Poltergeist doesn't hunt indiscriminately though. It targets those who disturb graves or desecrate the resting places nearby, scalding their souls as punishment. In one chilling account from a Glimwood Tangle excursion, a group of treasure hunters unearthed a spiny tale haunted set in a ruined graveyard chapel. The teapot rose, whistling ominously, and doused them in spectral brew. Those who survived spoke of a burning grudge that whispered accusations of grave robbing, forcing them to flee and never return. What drives Poltergeist to such vengeful heights? It's the echo of abandonment, amplified by the graveyard's ambient sorrow. These tea-set spectres drift through mausoleums, pouring scalding streams over invasive weeds or mischievous Pokémon that uproot headstones. Their purple haze fills the air, a misty warning to respect the dead. And in battles, Poltergeist's Shelder's Wrath move unleashes that boiling grudge in a pressurized blast, mirroring how it defends sacred ground. You can feel the tension building as it spins faster and faster, before the lid pops open in a furious geyser. It's poetry in peril, a reminder that even the most delicate vessel can harbour deadly ire. Now, as you let these tales sink in, consider the deeper pattern weaving through these graveyard sentinels. Runa Regus with its stone-bound arm, Poltergeist with its scalding tea curses. They're not random hauntings. They're deliberate. Grave-tending behaviours like these protect the Pokémon world's spiritual balance in ways you might never have imagined. Think about it. Without such guardians, grudges would roam free, possessing the living, unravelling the veil between worlds. Runa Regus shifts those grudges to stone, preventing spectral outbreaks that could engulf entire regions. Poltergeist scalds souls that threaten desecration, maintaining the sanctity of burial sites where spirits transition to peace. This revelation hits hard when you connect it to the broader lore. Remember Spiritomb from those forbidden stones we explored earlier? Its 108 bound grudges mirror Runa Regus's rune-etched malice, both ensuring malice doesn't overflow. In the anime's Sword and Shield arcs, we've seen glimpses, a Runa Regus halting a grudge-fueled rampage in a stony wilderness graveyard, its arm morphing to absorb the chaos before it spread. Poltergeist appears in Mana's shadows, scalding a meddling trainer's spirit until they vow to restore disturbed graves. These aren't villains, They're the Pokémon world's unsung peacekeepers. Delve deeper, and you'll find cultural ties in Galar's folklore. Ancient texts describe grave brewers and stone shifters as yokai-like entities, warding off Yurei unrest. In games like Pokémon Sword and Shield, their max moves, Max Rockfall for Runerigus, shaking the earth with grudge-laden boulders, and G-Max Steaming Claunches for Polteageist, a massive scalding wave, amplify this role on a battlefield scale. Trainers who bond with them often report a profound calm after battles, as if the Pokémon has vented some cosmic tension. But how does this play out in the wild? Graveyards become no-go zones at night, not from fear alone, but respect. Runerigus patrols perimeters, its stone arm sweeping low to etch protective runes into the soil. Poltergeist nests in family crypts, its teapot body humming softly until disturbed, then erupting in righteous fury. Together, they form a spectral security system, balancing the influx of new spirits with the containment of old grudges. Without them, imagine Lavender Tower's ghosts multiplying unchecked, or Hisui's ancient ruins overrun by Yamask hordes. You might ask, does this mean every graveyard has its sentinels? Not always overtly, but the lore suggests they're drawn there instinctively. A Yamask wandering too close to unrest evolves swiftly, its grudge fueling the shift to Runerigus. Spiny tails in nearby estates possess T-sets attuned to the site's energy, becoming Polteageist overnight. Its evolution as duty, a call to guardianship that stabilizes the afterlife's gateway. This protective dance extends to trainer lore too. Elite Four members like Alistair and Gala wield Runerigus and Polteageist not for conquest, but to teach humility. Defeating them feels like passing a spiritual trial, emerging wiser about the dead's domain. Fan theories even posit that these Pokémon link to Giratina's distortion world, shunting excess grudges into that banished realm to prevent dimensional rifts. As we linger in these graveyard vigils, feel the weight of their purpose settling over you. Runerigus's morphing arm, forever claiming malice for stone. Poltergeist's boiling grudges, scolding away threats to the graves. And beneath it all, the profound truth that their grave tending safeguards the Pokémon world's spiritual harmony, keeping unbound souls from tipping into eternal chaos. Yet, even sentinels have their limits. And when raw power surges beyond grudges alone, we enter realms of transformation that twist the night darker still. Up next, discover the chilling surge of Mega Evolution's dark power, where ghost types unleash forms so potent, they redefine terror itself. What forbidden evolutions await, and how do they shatter even these Guardians' resolve? Stay with me as the shadows deepen. In the shadowed annals of Pokémon lore, Mega Evolutions for ghost types mark the point where spectral fury breaks free from all restraint, transforming mere hauntings into cataclysmic forces that rewrite reality itself. You've journeyed with us through graveyard sentinels like Runerigus, etching grudges into stone, and Polteageist, boiling souls in cursed porcelain. But those were mere guardians of malice. Now as the keystone gleams and the bond with a trainer surges, watch how Mega Evolutions plunge these entities into abyssal depths, unleashing powers long chained by their incomplete forms. Consider Mega Gengar, that bloated spectre, born from the evolution of a mischievous shadow. In its standard guise, Gengar lurks in darkness, giggling as it drains vitality from the living, a prankster ghost said to once have been human, forever seeking companionship through terror. But when the Megastone activates, everything changes. Its body swells grotesquely, horns curling like demonic crowns, and its maw stretches into an insatiable void. This isn't just growth, it's a rupture. Mega Gengar slips effortlessly through the fabric of dimensions, phasing between our world and pocket realms unseen, where it devours life essence with gluttonous shadows that expand like living ink. Picture the horror for any trainer bold enough to face it. Those shadows aren't mere attacks. They're tendrils of oblivion, pulling victims into half-existence, siphoning their very life force to feed an endless hunger. Pokédex scholars whisper that this power stems from Gengar's origins, perhaps a vengeful soul warped by abandonment, its gluttony suppressed until the Mega Evolution rips away the veil. You can almost hear the slurping echoes in ancient tales from Kalos, where Mega Gengar was first documented, haunting ruins and leaving husks of trainers who wandered too close. One account from the X and Y era describes a battle where it engulfed an entire arena in shadow, phasing opponents into limbo, their cries fading as they became fuel for its form. What makes it truly terrifying is the control. Unlike wild ghosts that flee or curse blindly, Mega Gengar toys with you, slipping in and out of sight, building dread before the final gulp. But why this dimensional mastery? Deep in the lore, it ties to the ghost type's essence as unbound souls. Normal Gengar tricks and drains, but the Megaform awakens a primordial urge, a memory of when it was flesh, starving in some forgotten life. Trainers who've bonded with it report visions during Mega Evolution, flashes of mortal agony, suppressed until that moment. It's as if the Mega Stone forces the ghost to confront its past, amplifying the hunger into something apocalyptic. In competitive battles, its ability Shadow Tag traps foes, mirroring this law perfectly, ensuring no one escapes the feast. You feel the chill, don't you? That realization that every shadow in your room might be a gateway. Shifting from gluttonous voids to vengeful puppetry, enter Mega Banette, the marionette of malice stitched from a discarded doll. Banette itself is a chilling figure, a plush toy abandoned by a child, infused with rage, wandering nights to curse those who threw it away. Its zipper mouth hides screams of betrayal, and it stuffs grudges into its cotton body like poisoned stuffing. Yet Mega Evolution twists this into nightmare fuel. The curse amplifies exponentially, its body shriveling into a skeletal frame draped in tattered cloth, eyes blazing with unholy fire, and from its palms erupt marionette strings, ethereal threads that seize control over fates themselves. These aren't ordinary attacks. Mega Banette strings ensnare not just bodies but wills, puppeteering opponents like lifeless dolls, forcing them to strike allies or wander into peril. Imagine facing it in the fog-shrouded gyms of Hoenn. One pull of those strings, and your Pokémon turns against you, eyes vacant as Banette cackles through its jagged grin. Pokédex entries hint at this as an escalation of its revenge quest. The doll's spirit, once content to haunt singly, now orchestrates symphonies of doom. Trainers speak of battles where entire teams became marionettes, dancing to Banette's whims until their life threads snapped. What elevates this to profound darkness is the lore's revelation about suppressed mortal memories. Mega evolutions for these ghosts don't merely empower, they unlock buried echoes of their human pasts. For Banette, it's the raw pain of abandonment, a child's toy remembering laughter turned to trash. The strings, manifestations of that longing for control, denied in life, now wielded eternally. In the anime's XY series extensions, echoes of such evolutions appear in trainer showdowns, where Mega Banette's curse lingers post-battle, strings haunting dreams. Manga adaptations in Pokémon Adventures depict it stitching entire villages into compliance, fates rewoven by a single doll's spite. You might wonder, how do these megaforms connect to broader ghost lore? They embody the pinnacle of spectral evolution, where grudges evolve beyond graves, while Runa Regus shifts malice to stone, and Poltergeist scalds through tea where Mega Gengar and Banette transcend physicality. Gengar's shadows consume across planes. Banette's strings dictate destinies. Mechanics reinforce this. Mega evolutions demand unbreakable trainer bonds, syncing human will with ghostly unrest, a risky dance where one falter unleashes chaos. Ghost types already defy trapping, but Megas make them omnipresent threats, immune to status in ways that echo their timeless souls. Delve deeper into Gengar's dimensional prowess. Ancient Kalos texts describe it merging with the distortion world's fringes, akin to Giratina's realm, though Gengar lacks legendary status. Victims report feeling pulled into voids, reliving their worst fears as life ebbs away. One tale from competitive lore recounts a tournament where Mega Gengar's sludge wave poisoned realities, foes phasing in and out, devoured piecemeal. Its increased speed and special attack stats translate to lightning-fast incursions, shadows blooming before you react. Trainers must prepare perish song counters or fairy types, but even then, the psychological toll lingers, the fear of endless hunger. For Burnett, the amplification hits harder. Prankster ability in base form lets it curse first, halving your team's HP instantly, but Mega Form's Moxie boosts slay fallen foes, snowballing dominance. Lore ties this to doll-making rituals in Hoenn folklore, where abandoned toys absorbed ambient spirits, evolving into vengeful entities. Mega Burnett's strings evoke Yamask's masks or Phantump's lost children, echoes of innocence corrupted. In Pokémon Sun and Moon's Ultra Space Anomalies, similar string-like phenomena trapped explorers, hinting at cross-dimensional grudges. This unleashing of mortal memories adds layers you can't ignore. Mega evolutions force ghosts to relive origins, Gengar's possible human greed, gorging to fill emotional voids, Burnett's abandonment rage, controlling to prevent loss. Its poetic tragedy. The power corrupts absolutely, because it's rooted in pain. You sense it in battles where Megad ghosts hesitate, eyes flickering with recollection, before surging forth. Anime clips from Mega Evolution specials show trainers glimpsing these flashes, bonds tested by unearthed trauma. Expand to battles you've simulated in your mind. Against Mega Gengar, you deploy a sturdy steel type, but shadows seep through, devouring HP stealthily. Strings from afar tug your switch-in away, forcing suboptimal plays. These Megas demand strategy layered with lore knowledge, exploit their frailty post-Mega timer, but risk the interim apocalypse. In sleep aid terms, ponder this as you drift. What if your own suppressed memories fueled such power? Ghost Mega lore intersects with evolutions like Dusknoir's guardianship. Now inverted, Gengar devours the lost souls Dusknoir protects. Burnett's curses rival Spiritom's grudge binding, but mobile and manipulative. From Generation 6 onward, these forms redefined ghost viability. Their dark power not just stats, but narrative force. As we linger in these amplified shadows, where dimensions bend and fates dangle by threads, remember the cost of such unleashing. Mortal memories once buried now propel eternal vendettas. But hold that thought, because up next in legends and myths intertwined, ancient deities and forgotten epics weave even greater enigmas, pulling ghost lore into cosmic tapestries that will leave you questioning the stars themselves. Giratina, the renegade Pokémon, was cast out by Arceus itself into the distortion world, a fractured realm where reality bends like shattered glass. You might think its isolation ends the story, but what if that banishment only fueled a deeper feud, one that ripples through the very structure of existence? As mega forms like Gengar and Burnett warp shadows and pull strings from beyond, we now step into where legends collide with ancient myths, their powers weaving a tapestry of chaos that touches every corner of the Pokémon world. Consider Dialga, master of time, and Palkia, sovereign of space. These titans embody order, crafting the universe under Arceus' gaze. Yet Giratina lurks in opposition, its ghostly essence a counterforce born from the same divine forge. Legends whisper that this rivalry isn't mere temperament, it's a fundamental clash. When Dialga ticks forward the moments and Palkia stretches the dimensions, Giratina twists them, folding time into loops and space into impossible knots. Picture the fabric of creation as a vast loom. Dialga provides the warp threads of chronology, Palkia the weft of expanse, but Giratina's claws snag and tear, unravelling stability. In the Sinnoh region's myths, this tension manifests during eclipses or storms, when portals flicker open, spilling distortions into our world, Pokémon vanishing into voids, landscapes inverting, trainers losing hours in blinks. You felt the pull of Mega Evolution's hunger, those gluttonous shadows devouring life. Now imagine that amplified across cosmic scales. Giratina's presence warps gravity wells around it, drawing in matter only to spit it out altered. Pokédex scholars note its ability to phase through walls not as magic, but as mastery over antimatter, a ghostly inversion of Palkia's spatial command. In battles, trainers who summon Giratina report time dilating, attacks landing before they're launched, foes aging prematurely under its gaze. But the true horror lies in the myths of Coronet, where ancient carvings depict Giratina clashing with its siblings, their roars echoing as earthquakes that birthed the Distortion World's entrance. Arceus intervened, sealing the renegade away, yet the scars remain, unexplained rifts in Sinnoh caves where time flows backward, letting echoes of the dead whisper, futures yet unlived. This isn't isolated folklore. Johto elders speak of similar distortions linking to Ho-Oh and Lugia, but Sinnoh's triad defines it. What drives Giratina's defiance? Some say it's the raw aggression Arceus tempered in Dialga and Palkia, but left unchecked here. Others claim it's protector of the unseen, balancing creation by enforcing entropy. Either way, its ghostly nature ensures it endures, immune to the decay it sows. As you drift deeper into this lore, feel how these legends entwine with everyday hauntings. A Dusclops shadow, flickering unnaturally long, or a driftblim caught in a temporal eddy, carrying souls across eras. Shifting from cosmic rifts, let's descend into the realm of dreams, where another legend blurs the veil between rest and ruin. Darkrai, the pitch-black Pokémon, isn't ghost-type by classification, yet its nightmare essence dovetails perfectly with spectral incursions. Born from New Moon Island's eternal night, Darkrai doesn't merely induce sleep, it invades it, flooding minds with terrors that feel as real as waking life. Pokédex entries describe it shedding a black aura that plunges targets into comas. Their bodies limp while psyches drown in fabricated horrors. But here's where myths intertwine. These nightmares aren't random. They're gateways, portals for ghostly entities to slip through, much like the dream demons of old Unnovan tales. You know the sentinels of graveyards from our earlier whispers. Runerigus absorbing malice, Poltergeist boiling grudges in porcelain. Now see how Darkrai's domain amplifies them. In the anime's Diamond and Pearl era, episodes like those in the Changelings arc hint at Darkrai's feuds with Cresselia, its Lightbearer counterpart, but folklore ties it to ghost types directly. Ghosts, unbound souls, crave the dreamscape because it's pliable, a misty frontier without physical chains. Darkrai opens the door and they pour in, Yamask masks weeping human tears in sleepers' visions, Litwick flames flickering at bedside to siphon life force undetected. The blurring happens subtly. What starts as a nightmare of falling into an abyss becomes a phantom's lost child calling your name, or Frostlass's icy breath frosting your window from inside the dream. Have you ever woken from a dream, feeling truly drained, as if something fed on your fear? Legends say that's no coincidence. Darkrai's Bad Dreams ability in games mirrors this, sapping HP from sleeping foes, but myths expand it. In Alola's oral traditions, elders warn of Moani, storm spirits akin to ghosts, riding Darkrai's nightmares to possess fishermen, leading them into whirlpools. The line between sleep and death erodes here. Prolonged exposure to Darkrai's aura mimics ghostly curses, bodies wasting as if cursed by a dusk noir. Yet it's symbiotic. Ghosts gain entry to influence the living, planting fears that manifest as poltergeists upon waking. And now the twist that chills the spine. These aren't passive visitations. Ghosts actively shape human dreams, sowing seeds of unrest that bloom into real-world chaos. Think of the Lavender Tower incident in the anime's early days, where Marowak's spirit lingered, but imagine it infiltrating dreams first, haunting Cubone's mother in visions before her final unrest. Modern Pokédex lore with Yamask confirms it. Those masks bear human faces that contort in agony during full moons, projecting memories into nearby sleepers. Trainers report nightmares of drowned loved ones after encountering Drifloon, only to find their own grudges surfacing, urging reckless voyages. Delve deeper into this interplay. Cofagrigus, evolved from Yamask, doesn't just seal souls, it curates them, selecting dream-vulnerable humans to trap eternally. Folklore from Unova's relic castle describes pharaoh-like tombs where Cofagrigus queens lure kings via prophetic dreams, promising power but delivering entombment. Frozlas takes it further, her myths rooted in Snowpoint City's temple maids, women who vanished into blizzards, their spirits freezing men in dream trances before claiming them physically. You feel it, don't you? That subtle dread as sleep beckons, wondering if a Bennet's stitched grin or Gengar's shadow lurks behind your eyelids. Even mechanics reinforce this ghostly dream weaving. From Generation 6 onward, ghost types defy bindings like Mean Look, slipping away like dream wisps. Trick or Treat forces a spectral typing, mirroring how a nightmare ghost tags your soul, altering your very nature. Curse, when used by ghosts, trades life for lingering torment. Half HP gone, but the curse haunts indefinitely, much like Darkrai's aura persisting post-battle. In the Sun and Moon series, wild ghosts endure forever in battles, time irrelevant to their undeath, invading dreams without fatigue. Manga deepens the mythos in Pokémon Generations. The old Chateau's butler and maid ghosts craft illusions not just for terror, but to invade dreams of passers-by, drawing them into eternal service. Magical Pokémon Journey's sandy arc shows spirits separating from bodies via dream tidal waves, reuniting only after death, a perfect emblem of sleep-death blur. These stories entwine legends. Giratina's distortions create dream rifts, letting Darkrai's nightmares flood with ghosts, who then manipulate human psyches for grudges unresolved. But why do ghosts target dreams? Souls of the deceased envy the living's rest, myths say. Phantump, forest-lost children, whisper playmates into slumbering campers' minds, leading them astray come dawn. Bennett, doll-possessed by betrayed kids, sows nightmares of abandonment, cursing toy makers to madness. Mega Bennett strings extend metaphorically, puppeteering dream fates into waking tragedies. Litwick's flame, innocent at first, dims rooms for deeper sleep, then absorbs the life leaked through fear sweat. Picture a trainer in the distortion world fringes, Dialga's time straining against Giratina's warps, falling asleep to Darkrai's lure, only for a spectral host to invade, planting rebellion seeds that spark village hauntings. This web binds all. Creation's fabric, torn by legend, rivalry feeds dream invasions, ghosts thriving in the unrest. You sense the pattern, how each haunting builds on the last, from mega shadows to mythic clashes. As these intertwined legends fade into the night, unrest simmers beneath the surface, waiting for those who never find peace. What becomes of the ghosts, doomed to endless drifting, forever seeking what they lost? That question pulls us toward eternal wanderers, where the true nomads of the spectral realm reveal their heartbreaking quests. Stay with me as we uncover their paths next. In the quiet hours, reflect on Giratina's exile, Not punishment, but necessity. For without its counterbalance, Dialga and Palkia's order would stagnate into tyranny. Sinnoh murals in Celestic Town depict the trio's birth from Arceus's fragments. Dialga as platinum clockwork, Palkia as pearl-scaled expanse, Giratina as obsidian void. Their first clash shattered proto-worlds, birthing stars from debris. Trainers invoking Giratina in rematches against Cynthia feel the pull. Battles extending as space folds. Darkrai's island, shrouded eternally, hosts Cressilia's counter-moons, but ghosts exploit the stalemate. Imagine a Yamask drifting there, mask face reflecting a trainer's lost parent, invading sleep to beg reunion, only to drag them into eternal night. Pokédex notes Darkrai fleeing human contact, yet myths say it lingers near haunted sites, amplifying Litwick lanterns into infernos of fear, human dreams as battlegrounds. Frozlas legends from Hisui region tell of a maiden spurned, freezing her village in collective nightmares before possessing the glacier. Survivors woke scalded by phantom frostbite, grudges passed like heirlooms. Phantump groves in Kalos whisper to children, dreams of endless games turning to searches for vanished playmates. Spiritomb enters here too, its 108 spirits, a chorus invading dreams en masse, forbidden grudges overwhelming the mind. One legend claims a Dialga priestess bound them, but Giratina's rift freed echoes into nightmares. Burnett's voodoo myths from Hoenn tie to Darkrai, dolls animated in revenge dreams, strings leading back to betrayers. Megaform's curse eyes glow in visions, foretelling doom. Gengar, possibly ex-human, laughs loudest in Darkrai's domain, devouring shadows of fears. Its mega slip through dimensions, a dream warp borrowed from Giratina. These threads weave tighter, cosmic rivalry births, dream vulnerabilities, ghosts exploit, humans unrest, a cycle eternal. Yet hope flickers. Cressilia's feathers ward off invasions, mythic talismans against the blur. As whispers quiet, eternal wanderers beckon, their lonely trails promising revelations that will haunt your thoughts long after. To expand this tapestry, recall the anime's Ghoul Days, Ghost Girl kidnapping via dream lures, Dusk Noir guarding the boundary, XY's Lavender Echoes, spirits dreaming through sylph-scopes, games mechanics, ghosts' indefinite endurance mocks mortality, perfect for dream haunts. Manga's tidal spirits reunite post-dream death, blurring further. You're immersed now, the chill settling as legends entwine. Giratina's distortions echo in every nightmare. Ghost, Darkrai's black fog their ally. Feel the weight, creation frays at edges, dreams the first threads to snap. And in that fray, eternal wanderers emerge, ghosts adrift without anchor, their stories of ceaseless motion ready to unfold. In the shadowed fringes of Galar's wilds, a tiny head peeks from ancient ruins, its red eyes glowing like embers in the fog. This is Dreepy, the eerie pulse Pokémon, born from the lingering echoes of souls that refuse to rest. You might think ghosts settle into graves or haunt old towers, but these eternal wanderers drift endlessly, defying the pull of oblivion. Their story pulls us deeper into the mist tonight. Dreepy starts small, a fragile wisp no bigger than your palm, floating through crumbling castles and forgotten caves. It's said to embody the restless spirits of ancient warriors, those who fell in battle, but whose wills burn too fiercely to fade. Watch it closely, and you'll see it phase through walls, leaving a trail of cold shivers. Trainers who befriend one describe a haunting loyalty, like a lost child clinging to warmth. But Dreepy isn't content to drift alone. As it grows, feeding on the ethereal energies of midnight storms, it seeks out others like itself, forming loose packs that whisper through the night winds. By the time it reaches Drakloak, evolution has stretched it into a hooded spectre, cloaked in tattered shadows that billow like capes in a gale. Now taller than a person, Dracloak glides silently, its single eye piercing the darkness to spot prey or kindred spirits. Legends from Galar's folklore claim these forms guard hidden barrows, warding off treasure hunters with blasts of spectral energy. One tale from the Crown Tundra speaks of a Dracloak that led a lost climber back to safety, only to vanish at dawn, its hood dissolving into frost. You can almost feel that chill now, can't you? The way it hovers just out of reach, promising guidance but delivering unease. Then comes the pinnacle, Dragapult, the stealth Pokémon, a sleek phantom jet of the skies. Evolving under the cover of a blood moon, it transforms into a predatory machine. Its body, a fusion of dragon ferocity and ghostly evasion. Dragapult doesn't walk the earth. It soars at supersonic speeds, invisible until it strikes. But here's what sets it apart from other ghosts we've explored. Its motherhood is a weapon. Tucked safely in the missile ports along its chest and underbelly, Dragapult nurtures dreepy offspring, launching them like living projectiles at foes. These ghostly children rocket forward, phasing through defenses to deliver chilling blows, then return to their parent unscathed. Imagine the battlefield chaos, a Dragapult circling high above, eyes locked on you, before unleashing its spectral brood in a barrage of ethereal missiles. Pokédex scholars note this behavior mirrors ancient siege weapons from Galar's wars, where souls of the fallen were said to be hurled back into battle by vengeful shamans. Does it pain Dragapult to weaponize its young? Or is this the ultimate expression of eternal vigilance? One thing's certain, these wanderers ensure their lineage endures, forever roaming the skies. Shifting from the aerial hunters to the ground-skulking deceivers, consider Mimikyu, the disguise Pokémon, a tragic figure wrapped in perpetual masquerade. Born from profound loneliness, Mimikyu craves friendship above all, yet its true form repels all who glimpse it. Clad in a ragged Pikachu costume, pieced from scavenged cloth and shadows, it shuffles through abandoned houses and foggy routes, mimicking the cheerful electric mouse to lure trainers close. You approach, thinking it's adorable, offering a Pokéball or a berry, only to trigger its uncanny valley stare from beneath the hood. That black, button-eyed ragdoll face hides a horror that withers life itself, a gaze so lethal it curses with instant decay. Why the disguise? Deep in the lore of Alola's back alleys, Mimikyu emerged from the discarded toys of spoiled children, infused with jealousy turned spectral. Its Pokédex entry whispers the dread truth. Anyone seeing its real appearance meets a swift end. Body and soul unraveling like threadbare fabric. Trainers who've bonded with one speak in hushed tones of midnight confessions, where Mimikyu trembles under its rags, stitching repairs with ghostly thread after battles tear the costume. In the anime, a Mimikyu once infiltrated a contest hall, fooling judges until a rip exposed its claw, sending crowds fleeing in terror. Evolve it with a Mimikium Z, and the Z move breaks the disguise briefly, unleashing Let's Snuggle Forever, a paradoxical hug that drains life while seeking affection. Heartbreaking, isn't it? This wanderer hides not just its form, but its pain, eternally seeking connection without revealing the abyss beneath. These eternal wanderers share a deeper terror, unveiled in the Pokédex like a forbidden scroll. They fear fading into oblivion more than any trainer's attack. Dreepy lines propel themselves forward through evolution and reproduction, missiles ensuring their essence scatters and reforms. Mimikyu clings to its rags as a lifeline, mending the facade to stave off erasure. It's as if the void calls to them constantly, a silent hunger that erodes their being. In Galar's Dynamax dens, they've been sighted circling colossal pillars, drawing power to reinforce their spectral cores. Mechanics reflect this desperation. Ghost types like these evade capture with eerie precision, slipping from mean look or shadow tag since Generation 6. They flee wild battles instinctively, preserving their wandering freedom. Curse, that self-inflicted doom, halves their vitality to bind foes eternally, mirroring their own gamble against nothingness. Picture a moonless night in the wild area. A dragapult streaks overhead, dreepy missiles trailing comet tails of mist. Below, Mimikyu darts between tall grass, rags fluttering like a ghost flag. They cross paths rarely, but when they do, a silent pact forms, hunters and hiders united against dissolution. Folklore from Circuster tells of a great convergence during the darkest day, where such wanderers mass to combat Eternatus's corrupting gas, their fears fueling unbreakable resolve. You have to wonder, as you lie there listening, if these Pokémon sense our own mortality, mirroring our dread of being forgotten. Delve deeper into Dreepy's origins, and you'll uncover ties to prehistoric Galar. Fossil records hint at proto-dragons whose spirits lingered post-extinction, reforming as these wisps. A Drakcloak unearthed in a dig site reportedly possessed a paleontologist's lamp, guiding excavations until the team disturbed its rest. Dragapult's competitive prowess stems from this lore. Its clear body ability shrugs off stat drops, embodying unyielding persistence. In battles, it infiltrates foes' setups, phasing through screens like mist through fingers. Trainers in the Gala League whisper of a champion's Dragapult that turned the tide of finals by launching a Dreepy swarm through a max airstream, each child detonating with Dragon Pulse energy. Mimikyu's saga grows darker in manga adaptations. In Pokémon Adventures, a wild one haunted Melemele Island, possessing a contest winner's trophy to get close to humans, its disguise fraying with each failed friendship. The terror of its true form? Descriptions evoke a mass of writhing tendrils and hollow voids, eyes like black holes sucking light. Yet its loyalty shines through. Shadow. Sneak strikes from nowhere, protecting allies with desperate fervour. Speed Boost in its rare forms accelerates its eternal search, rags whipping faster as it chases illusions of belonging. This fear of oblivion binds them to other wanderers we've touched on peripherally. Recall Drifloon, that balloon ghost drifting skies, snatching children for joyrides to stave off loneliness. Or Phantump, tree-like spirits of lost kids, rustling forests in perpetual play. But Dreepy and Mimikyu embody the archetype purist, propagators and pretenders fighting the fade. In ultra-space anomalies, they've been observed merging shadows to amplify presence, a ritual against entropy. You've journeyed with these eternal wanderers now, feeling their chill propel you onward. But as their forms blur into the horizon, questions linger about the boundaries they skirt. What lies beyond their endless roam? Hold that thought, because up next in Reflections on the Afterlife, we peer into the mirrors of departed souls, uncovering truths that might just reflect your own dreams. Rest easy as we turn that page. In the shadowed halls of Lavender Tower, a mother's spirit lingers, her bony form revealed only through the Sylph Scope's unblinking eye. Marowak, slain protecting her Cubone, refuses the afterlife's pull, standing guard as a testament to unbreakable ties. What if these ghosts aren't just echoes of the past, but living bridges spanning the chasm between our world and the unknown? You've journeyed with me through the eternal wanderers, those spectral forms like Mimikyu, cloaked in ragged disguise, and Dragapult's ghostly brood, slicing through the air like fleeting dreams. But now, as the night deepens, let's pause and reflect on what their presence truly means. These ghost types, unbound souls drifting in the Pokémon world, embody the afterlife's quiet mystery. They're neither fully alive, pulsing with the warmth of breath and heartbeat, nor utterly gone, dissolved into oblivion's silence. Instead, they hover in that liminal space, translucent threads connecting what was to what might still be. Consider Yamask, those mournful masks etched with the anguished faces of humans from lives long past. Each one carries a tear-streaked visage, a relic of joy or sorrow frozen in porcelain. When Yamask weeps, those tears aren't mere water. They're echoes of the emotions that defined their former selves. You can almost hear the whispers of lost voices in the wind as they wander graveyards at dusk, clutching their masks close. Evolving into Cophagrigus, they transform into towering sarcophagi, golden tombs that seal away wandering spirits. Yet, far from trapping them in cruelty, Cophagrigus protects these souls, standing sentinel over ancient burial grounds. Their bodies become sanctuaries, proving that even in death, guardianship endures. Isn't it profound how a Pokémon born from human grief becomes the very protector of the departed? This bridge-like existence extends to the forests, where Phantump sways like twisted stumps, the playful spirits of children who vanished amid the trees. Lost forever in the living world, they seek companions in the shadows, their hollow eyes glowing with innocent longing. You might stumble upon one on a misty trail, its branches rustling softly as if calling your name. Trevenant, their evolved kin, roots itself into ancient woods, animating trees to shelter the lost. These ghosts remind us that death doesn't sever friendships, it reshapes them into something eternal, rustling leaves that whisper stories to those who listen. And then there's Froslas, the icy maiden whose soul claimed an icicle after a blizzard claimed her life. She glides through frozen tundras, her form a shimmering veil of frost, luring the unwary with hypnotic dances. But beneath the predator's chill lies a deeper truth. Legends speak of her as a woman denied love or warmth in life. Now forever bound to winter's embrace, her presence chills the air, yet it also preserves moments that time would otherwise erode. Drifting through blizzards, Froslas freezes prey not out of malice alone, but to hold on to life in her crystalline grasp. What secrets does she guard in those icy prisons, memories of a world that moved on without her? Player encounters with these spirits often mirror our own brushes with loss, guiding us toward acceptance. Take the tale of Cubone and its departed mother in Lavender Tower. As you, the trainer, ascend those creaking stairs, the air thickens with unease. The sylph scope pierces the veil, revealing Marowak's skeletal warrior, her club raised in eternal vigilance. She doesn't attack with rage, she battles to protect the path to her child. Once the scope identifies her true nature, and Cubone witnesses this final farewell, Marowak fades peacefully, her duty fulfilled. That moment hits deep, doesn't it? You stand there, Pokédex in hand, realizing the fight wasn't about conquest. It was a ritual of release, teaching you that some bonds demand we let go to truly honor them. Cubone, clutching its bone helmet made from her skull, evolves into Marowak itself one day, carrying her strength forward. Loss transforms, but it never truly ends. This pattern repeats across the regions. In the anime's Ghoul Days episode from Diamond and Pearl, a ghostly girl kidnaps sleepers into her dreamlike realm, only for a protective Dusknoir to intervene. The ghost isn't villainous. She's lonely, bridging her isolated afterlife to the warmth of the living. Dusknoir, with its single cyclopean eye scanning shadows, herds lost souls back to where they belong. Its evolutionary line, from the childish Duskull peeking from corners to the imposing Dusklops manipulating darkness, serves as psychopomps, gentle ushers between realms. They don't force departure, they comfort the transition, their presence a soothing reminder that no one crosses alone. Even the skies hold these bridges. Dryfloon drifts lazily, balloon-like, offering rides to children before spiralling them into ethereal voyages. Folklore warns of its deceptive cheer, yet Driftblim, the colossal dirigible ghost, carries far more than mischief. With the highest base stat total among flying ghost types, it commands winds that span horizons, ferrying souls on journeys unbound by gravity. Picture it, a massive shadow blotting the moon, tendrils trailing like welcoming hands. harmless to those who heed the warnings, but a poignant symbol of how death invites us to soar beyond earthly limits. Deeper still, Giratina reigns as the only legendary ghost type, exiled to the distortion world for its primal fury. Banished by Arceus, it warps space-time, a renegade force neither destroying nor creating, but twisting existence into mirrors of what could have been. Its shadowed wings fold realities, reminding us that the afterlife might not be a single path, but a fractured mosaic where the departed influence our worlds still. Burnett embodies vengeful bridges too. Stuffed dolls discarded in alleys, their button eyes ignite with spectral fire as Burnett possesses them, seeking the children who abandoned them. Mega Burnett amplifies this curse, zippered mouth unleashing marionette strings that puppeteer foes, yet train it with care, and that rage softens into loyalty, the doll's heart mending through new bonds. Litwick plays a subtler role, its candle flame flickering in haunted manners, siphoning life force to grow brighter. Chandelure, its regal evolution, hangs in palaces, luring with hypnotic lights, not to extinguish but to illuminate paths for the weary. Gengar, that mischievous shadow, might be the most human of all. Theories swirl that it was once a person, now a grinning fiend, slipping through walls to share its chill with the living. It kills not from hatred, but loneliness. Craving company in the void, shadow it long enough, and you'll feel its presence at your shoulder, a cold breath urging you to laugh in the face of fear. Mechanics echo this law, don't they? Since Generation 6, ghost types slip free from traps like Mean Look or Shadow Tag, embodying their untethered nature. Trick or Treat cloaks foes in ghostly typing, pulling them into the spectral fold. Curse demands a ghost-type sacrifice, half its life to haunt eternally, mirroring the selflessness of spirits like Marowak. Some endure forever, immune to time's decay, while others fade as in the Sun and Moon series, their lights dimming into peaceful rest. In manga, like Magical Pokémon Journey, Sandy's spirit parts from her Raichu after a tidal wave, reuniting beyond Death's Veil. Pokémon Generations depicts the old chateau's butler and girl crafting illusions from longing, their hauntings a cry for remembrance. These encounters teach us acceptance, weaving loss into wisdom. Ghosts stand as bridges, neither here nor there. Their chill a gentle nudge toward peace. Their presence comforts, doesn't it? In the quiet hours when grief tugs at your heart, remember Yamask's tear, Phantom's rustle, Froslus's frost. They affirm that bonds endure, threads unbroken by the grave. Feel that soothing insight settle over you, like mist rolling in at dawn. The departed aren't lost, they're waiting, just beyond the veil, their whispers guiding you home. As these reflections fade into the ether, prepare to drift even further with me into Chapter 20. Drifting into peaceful slumber. What serene secrets await there, lulling you toward dreams where ghosts become guardians of rest. Stay with me and let the journey continue. In the quiet aftermath of those heartfelt farewells, where spirits like Marowak's find peace by bridging the gap to the living, you might wonder what happens when the veil thins even further. What carries those echoes of the departed into the vast, starlit skies, turning loss into a soothing drift? Drifloon knows this secret all too well. This unassuming balloon Pokémon, born from the gases of decayed souls, floats aimlessly across the winds, its string trailing like an invitation to let go. Picture yourself standing on a misty beach at dusk, the kind where the ocean whispers secrets to the shore. That's when Drifloon appears, bobbing gently, its hollow eyes glowing faintly with an otherworldly light. According to the Pokédex, it tries to ferry away children who catch hold of its string, whisking them off on journeys to unknown realms. But here's the truth hidden in its lore. Those trips aren't abductions fueled by malice. They're drifts into peaceful slumber, a gentle release from earthly worries. Trainers in Hoenn have shared tales of finding lost youngsters asleep under the stars, released unharmed by their spectral guide, dreams filled with floating wonders instead of fear. You feel that pull now, don't you? The subtle tug toward relaxation as we compile these whispers from the ghost types, each one a thread in a tapestry of spectral tales designed to ease you into rest. Listen closely to Litwick's flicker. This candle Pokémon, with its blue flame that dances like a will-o'-the-wisp, draws wanderers into old mansions. It absorbs their life force drop by drop, but not to harm. In the Unova region's foggy nights, Litwick guides the weary to hidden alcoves, its light lulling them into deep, restorative sleep. Lampent hovers nearby, judging souls not with judgment, but with a quiet compassion, evolving into Chandelure to illuminate paths through the subconscious. Feel that warmth spreading through you, the flame's glow melting away the day's tensions, inviting your eyelids to grow heavy. And what of Yamask, those tragic masks etched with human faces, weeping tears that aren't water but pure emotion from lives long past? Yamask wanders graveyards at midnight, clutching its porcelain visage, moaning softly for the world it left behind. Yet in the tales from Unova's desert resort, it doesn't haunt to terrify. It shares memories through touch, letting you relive joyful moments from another era until exhaustion claims you. Evolving into Cophagriegus, it becomes a golden sarcophagus, sealing away sorrows in its arms like treasures in a tomb. Protecting graves becomes protecting peace, whispering, "Let your burdens rest here with me." You're safe now, cradled in that ancient embrace, your breath slowing to match the rhythm of forgotten heartbeats. These aren't just entries in a Pokédex. They're invitations amid the spectral tales, compiled like a lullaby from the shadows. Burnett joins the chorus, that vengeful doll stitched from rage and abandonment. Discarded as trash, it rises with zipper-mouthed fury, seeking payback on cruel owners. But lean in, and you'll hear the softer side from Kalos folklore. Mega Burnett channels that intensity into guardianship, haunting nurseries to ward off nightmares, its plush form a bizarre teddy bear for the sleepless. You clutch your pillow tighter, knowing its curse form isn't doom but a vow. Sleep soundly, for I watch over you. Phantomp rustles in now, those tree-like spirits of children lost in autumn woods. Their stumps cry out with wooden voices, searching eternally for mothers and playmates. In Galar's forests, they form circles under the moon, their glow a beacon for the homesick, not to scare, but to share games of tag through dreams, leading you deeper into slumber, where worries dissolve like morning mist. Trevenant, their towering kin, uproots and relocates forests to shield the vulnerable, roots wrapping around your thoughts like a protective canopy. Feel the earth steady beneath you, the whispers of leaves counting your breaths. 1, 2, drift away. Even Frostlass glides into this symphony, the Snowland woman born from a frozen soul possessing jagged icicles. She lures mountaineers with beauty, encasing them in frost, but Sinnoh elders speak of her mercy. Those she claims enter eternal winter dreams, free from pain, their forms preserved in blissful hibernation. You shiver slightly, then warm with the realization. Her chill is cooling fevered minds, blanketing you in snow-soft silence. Now Duskull emerges from the gloom, that skull-faced wanderer with a single red eye piercing the dark. It tails children, afraid of the night, but not to frighten. From Huns Mutpire, it guards lost souls, spinning shrouds to shield the living from grief's sharp edges. Dusclops expands that vigil, eye unblinking in eternal watch, while Dusknoir ferries spirits home through shadowy portals. Imagine its bony hand on your shoulder, not cold, but reassuring. Rest now, the dawn waits. These whispers compile around you, a cocoon of spectral tales, inviting total relaxation. Each ghost type, with its eerie origin, behaves not as a monster, but as a companion in the quiet hours. Giratina rumbles distantly from the distortion world, the renegade Pokémon banished for its primal fury. twisting space-time in loops of shadow. Yet even it embodies this gentle haunt, its golden plates humming lullabies of altered realities where time stretches endlessly. No rush to wake, no deadlines to chase. You've glimpsed it before, rivaling Dialga and Palkia, invading dreams like Darkrai's tendrils. But here, in slumber's drift, it smooths the fabric, folding worries into infinite folds. Mechanics whisper too from Generation 6 onward. Ghost types slip free from mean look or shadow tag, evading traps like mist through fingers. They flee wild battles on instinct, trick or treat, draping spectral cloaks over foes. Curse trading life for lingering peace. Some endure forever, immune to time's decay, as in the Sun and Moon anime, where ghosts persist beyond death's call. Sandy's spirit in the manga, separated by waves, reunites in the ether. Pokémon Generations shows old Chateau's illusions softening into acceptance. You're surrounded now, these voices layering like fog on a still lake. Mimikyu peeks from its ragged disguise, yearning for Pikachu's friendship. Its true form, a deadly gaze turned inward with loneliness. Dragapult launches dreepy offspring like dream missiles piercing subconscious barriers. All bridges from the afterlife, teaching acceptance, now converging to carry you. But hold this revelation close, the final truth blooming in the hush. Ghost types embody memory's gentle haunt, lulling you to sleep. They're not vengeful shades clawing at the living. No, they're the soft persistence of what was cherished, hovering at the edge of dreams to remind you that loss fades into comfort. Cubone's motherly ghost, Marowak's farewell, their echoes choosing to linger, not in pain but in love. Yamask's tears water new beginnings, Drifloon's string tugs you upward, away from anchors. And as Drifblim ascends, that majestic evolution with the highest base stat total among flying and ghostkin, it swells with soul gases, basket cradling passengers through thunderclouds. Hoenn skies bear witness, it drifts endlessly, highest at 520 points of ethereal power, carrying the weary into the night. Your worries nestle there, strings untied, balloon rising on thermals of tranquility. Feel the ascent, the world shrinking below, stars welcoming above. Breathe in, let the whispers fade to silence. Drifblim bears you onward, skies endless, slumber absolute. Memory haunts gently, lulling deep. Good night, traveller. The ghosts watch over your peace. Deeper now. Let Drifloon's simple form expand your mind. It appears on windy days, Pokédex noting its explosive rage if gripped too tight. Yet most encounters end in serene release. Trainers in Pacifidlog town recall waking on distant shores, refreshed as if vacationed in the heavens. Drifblim amplifies this. Vast wings spanning air currents, rumoured to haunt balloon festivals, turning celebrations into mass siestas under the moon. Layer in Lampent's judgment. Perched on hospital bedsides in anime lore, it weighs lives with scales of light, but spares the pure-hearted, granting visions of peaceful ends. Chandeliers hypnotise audiences in Carlos theatres, crowds dozing mid-show, applause delayed till dawn. You sense it, that hypnotic sway pulling you under. Yamask's moans translate in Unova Labs to phrases like mama or home, evoking empathy that quiets the mind. Cofagrigus' greed for gold souls, a metaphor for hoarding joys, dispensing them in dream allotments. Burnett's pins prick consciences lightly, prompting confessions that clear the conscience for sleep. Phantom's giggles echo in Glimwood tangle, forming spirit trains that chug through subconscious rails. Frozelass's breath forms ice mirrors reflecting your calmest self, dispelling anxieties. Duskull's shrouds muffle external noise, a natural white noise machine from the grave. Giratina's distortion bends nightmares straight, Arceus's banishment a gift of boundless repose. These tales compile, whispers overlapping in harmonious hush. From Lavender Tower's Sylph Scope revelations to Ghoul Daisy's protective dusk noir, anime threads weave restful patterns. Manga spirits reunite post-tragedy, proving bonds transcend. You're drifting higher with Driftblim, baskets swaying softly. Winds carry you past Giratina's rifts, Darkrai's shadows turning plush. Mimikyu cuddles close under cloth, Dragapult's young somersaulting stars around. The revelation solidifies. Memory's haunt is gentle, a lullaby from ghosts. They embody the comfort of persistence, easing you into slumber's arms. No more tension, just resolution in the float. Waves of relaxation crest, eyelids seal. Driftblim sails into velvet night, worries trailing like forgotten kites. Sleep claims you fully, guarded by spectral kin. Yet linger a moment in this piece, for the core truth settles. In Pokemon's ghost types, we find the ultimate sleep aid, memories haunting softly to heal. Fade now, carried away. What did you think of this journey? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this changed your perspective or taught you something new, consider subscribing for more mind-expanding content. And if you know someone who would find this as fascinating as you did, share it with them. These are the kind of conversations that matter.